You got to remember the mic's right here.
Hell, I'm over here. Why am I here? Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening. Welcome and hello. Welcome to Ponca City, where it is sunny and bright and in your face here at the home of the Wildcats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 32. 1, 2, 3. These need to be switched.
here. Riker. Hey, Riker, you going up there? What's up, dude? Where you going?
I can hear you. Just me and Vincent.
Just you and Vincent? See it? Okay, I'm waiting on you to come down.
When are we supposed to do it? Sanderson. When are we supposed to start?
Who's back?
The whole scene. The whole thing.
Every rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one roughness, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big, green, green. Go big, green. In the rougher village we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With Condic's fire we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. Go big, green. Go big, green. Go big, green. L-O-U-G-E-G-R-S. Condic's crew, we're the best. Village strong, proud and mean. Roughers forever, go big, green. There is only one roughers. Forever proud, forever true. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. And the village will carry us through. Go big, green. Go big, green. Rougher village. Half a dog. Weapons on the field. Rougher dog. Where's the home of rougher pride? Rougher village. Clear white, we stand as one. Muskogee strong till the game is won. Friday night lights, the crowd ignites. The village roars, the future's bright. Coach Condic leads, we answer the call. The rougher dogs will give their all. There is only one roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big, green. In the rougher village we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With Condic's fire we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big, green. In the rougher village we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With Condic's fire we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big, green. In the rougher village we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With Condic's fire we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. Go big, green. 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 There is only one roughers, forever proud, forever true. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog, and the village will carry us through. Go big, green. Go big, green. across this land. With convicts file, we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride.
Yo, where we at? Rougher Village, who runs the field? Rougher. Rougher Village, hands up, Rougher Dog. Rougher Dog. Where's the home of Rougher Pride? Rougher Village. Like the stand is one, Muskogee strong till the game is won. Friday night lights, the crowd ignites. The village roars, the future's bright. Coach Convict leads, we answer the call. The Rougher Dogs will give their all. Friday night lights, the crowd ignites. The village roars, the future's bright. Coach Convict leads, we answer the call. The Rougher Dogs will give their all. There is only one Rougher first, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big green, in the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fire, we can't be denied. Every Rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one Rougher first, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big green, in the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fire, we can't be denied. Every Rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one Rougher, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big green. ROUGHERS. Convicts crew, we're the best. Village strong, proud and mean. Roughers forever. Go big green. Final UGHERS. Convicts crew, we're the best. Village true, proud and mean. Roughers forever. Go big green. Final. The toughest on the field, Rougher Dog. Where's the home of Rougher Pride? Rougher Village, green and white, we stand as one. Muskogee strong till the game is won. Friday night lights, the crowd ignites. The village roars, the future's bright. Coach Convict leads, we answer the call. The Rougher Dogs will give their all. There is only one Roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go big green. In the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fire, we can't be denied. Every Rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one Roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We will rise above them all. The big green. In the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fire, we can't be denied. Every Rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one Roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We will rise above them all. ROUGHERS. Convicts crew, we're the best. Village strong, proud and mean. Roughers forever. Go big green. Go big green. There is only one Roughers, forever proud, forever true. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. In the village will carry us through. Go big green. The big green. Yo, where we at? Rougher Village, who runs the field? Rougher. Rougher Village. Where's the home of Rougher Pride? Rougher Village. Green and white, we stand as one. Muskogee strong till the game is won. Friday night lights, the crowd ignites. The village roars, the future's bright. Coach Convict leads, we answer the call. The Rougher Dogs will give their all. There is only one Roughers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a Rougher dog. We'll rise above them all. Go big green. Go big green. green. In the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fight, we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one Ruffers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. We'll rise above them all. Go Big Green! In the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fight, we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. There is only one Ruffers, the name that will never fall. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog. We will rise above them all. Go Big Green, green. Go Big Green. In the Rougher Village, we make our stand. Pride and power across this land. With convicts fight, we can't be denied. Every rougher plays with fearless pride. Go Big Green. Go Big Green. Go Big Green. O-L-O-U-G-E-G-R-S. Convicts crew, we're the best. Village strong, proud and mean. Roughers forever, go Big Green. There is only one Ruffers, forever proud, forever true. There is nothing tougher than a rougher dog, and the village will carry us through. Go Big Green. Go Big Green.
Welcome to Sullins Stadium, home of the Ponca City Wildcats. It is a rare east-west running field. Kind of reminds me of that place just down to the south, Stillwater and Boone Pickens Stadium.
Yeah.
But here tonight, the Ponca City Wildcats and the Muskogee Ruffers open district play, Nick. And irregardless of your non-district schedule, the Wildcats at 2-1, Ruffers still looking for victory number one. Everybody tonight all across the state in all classes starts all over.
Well, the Ruffers have a lot of questions to answer tonight, I think, particularly on offense. They got to find some traction, get some kind of rhythm going on offense. It's been really kind of stalled. We played some pretty good teams, which hasn't helped any, but we got to get some rhythm going, and this is a good team to go against tonight. Ponca City is a very young team, so they will be a test, but hopefully it's one that the Ruffers will be able to kind of get some traction going and capture that first win of the season.
The Ruffers having had the advantage of a 2-week window of preparation to recover from injuries. Remember, the Ruffers had 5 starters on the sidelines when they went to Bentonville West in their last outing 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, to polish their own expectations offensively as well as defensively, and then do the scouting report and learn the assignments for what Ponca City will bring tonight here at Sullins Stadium. It is the start of district play. Ponca City at 2-1. The Ruffers looking for victory number one. We'll continue our countdown to kickoff. But first, this time out on Ruffer Football 2025.
Folks, Kyle Edwards, GMC in Muskogee. I was born and raised in Muskogee. Our family has owned the GMC dealership for over 50 years. We take great pride in being in the Muskogee community. Things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same, our desire to take care of our customers. Looking for a new GMC truck or SUV? We've got them, and you have our commitment to give you the best buying experience around. From sales, parts, or service, we are here for you. You have my promise to give you the best selection, best price, and the most for your trade-in at 1600 North Main in Muskogee or KyleEdwardsGMC.com.
In times of need, it's comforting to see faces of people you know and trust. Cornerstone Funeral Home in Muskogee cherishes the opportunity to be there for you and your family in life's most challenging times when friends are most important. Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. Experience the difference. Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York in Muskogee, where you'll find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Welcome back to Ponca City. Each week in our pregame countdown to kickoff, we give you a chance to meet one of the Ruffers tonight. This young man will be wearing the number 25, looking for 25 total tackles. Linebacker Arias Parrish, how excited are you about starting district play?
Ooh, very excited. Can't wait.
Talk to me a little bit about your style of play and what you watch for and how you are able to, through having played in only 2 games, be the Ruffers' leading tackler coming into game number 3 or 4.
My style is playing rough and aggressive. No downs off, and just keep going hard.
Now, it's a ball club that likes to run the football and does some misdirection, but they like to pound it right down your throat. How can you stymie that along with your other defensive teammates here this evening?
Just stay in my gap. When they come towards me, just hit them.
What do you feel like your responsibility is as one of the leaders of this defensive group and as of this football team area is to maintain the focus on getting the job done on every snap?
Maintaining my patience and maintaining how I want to play and just focusing on my goal and my assignment. And when I do that, it helps my peers do the same thing.
11 is one, right? Now let's talk about the guys on that defensive side that can kind of cause you to raise your level, to want to play harder, to want to do more. Who are those guys that can light the fire of number 25?
Oh, for sure. Coda. What's his name? Number 11. Let's go with it. Okay. Let's go with him. Yeah. And Caden Harkin. Those three, yeah.
What is it that those guys will say to you that Kyron Cope and Coda and Caden, man, you got 3 Ks there. I mean, what is it that they can get into your space and cause you to play harder?
If I'm like messing up or anything like that, they will tell me, do better. Pick it up, pick the intensity up, and just do better.
What's a favorite pregame meal for Arias Parish? I know you did a pretty good job on those fries, the cowboy fries.
It has to be the fries. It has to be the fries because that big of a plate and that much of protein and all that, yeah, it has to be the fries.
So you're weighing more than what the roster says here tonight.
Sure. I'm like, yeah, way more than that.
All right, well, let's go wear a little of those pounds off tonight and get a win over Ponca City.
Yes, sir.
Arias Parish, our guest in our pregame countdown to kickoff, back with Dale Condit after this time out of Rougher Football in 2025.
In sports, having the right winning strategy is often the difference between winning and losing. The same is true when you need legal representation. For more than 15 years, the law offices of Michael A. Finnerty have successfully provided the winning strategy with excellence and integrity for the people of the Muskogee area in matters of personal injury, social security disability, and workers' compensation issues. The law office Muskogee trusts Michael A. Finnerty, ready to develop a winning strategy. Michael A. Finnerty, 436 Court Street in Muskogee. Call 687-1155. Online at finnertylaw.com.
Runt's Barbecue serves up hand-rubbed, slow-cooked goodness. Anytime you're feeding a few hundred, hey, we're just tailgating with friends. Call the experts, Runt's Barbecue. Ribs, brisket, burnt ends, mouth-watering hot link, and smoked chicken, where everything is made from scratch, from the barbecue sauce to the banana pudding. Give us a try, and you won't be disappointed. Runt's Barbecue, 918-681-3900. Runt's Barbecue, slow-cooked goodness in Muskogee.
Rougher football tonight on the road from Ponca City, where the Roughers prepare to open district play against a football team that has found success in the opening part of the 2025 season. We bring in head coach Dale Condit. 3 games of non-district prepares you for the real season.
Well, that's what they say. So we're about to find out. Of course, our pre-district was a rough road. It's been a tough few weeks. Two of the 3 teams I thought were incredibly good, and the third one was very good as well. So I think we've learned a lot through the process. We've definitely found things that we needed to work on, and we've hammered away at those the last 2 weeks and feel great about the progress we've made.
Open week came at the right time, not only for more chance for player development, but also to get over some injuries. Now you're getting ready to go into what we call the real season. And in this district, at the outset, it looked like it was kind of a 2-team race, but now what we're seeing, and there's a couple of others that feel like maybe they got a shot.
Yeah, and Ponca City's one of those. They finished 2-1 in their pre-district, lost a lot in MAC last week on a overtime field goal. And then they fumbled in their possession, so I think they probably felt like they let one get away, and averaging 57 points a game. And I don't care who you're playing, if you can score 57 points a game, you're doing something right. So defense will have their handfuls on figuring out how to slow down the sugar huddle kind of misdirection run game that they send at you. And, offensively, we got to find a way to score some points.
We're going to take a first time out. When we come back, we'll talk about those offensive game plans. Mason Fine will join us in our pregame countdown to kickoff tonight from Ponca City. But first, this time out, you're listening and watching to Rougher Football in 2025.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers throughout Muskogee County since 1905, serving banks, mortgage companies, and mortgage brokers with refinancing, purchase, 1031 tax-deferred exchanges, along with full escrow services and more. Pioneer Abstract offers the convenience of centralized services for escrow accounts, title insurance, and title searches. Pioneer Abstract, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow at 412 West Broadway in downtown Muskogee, or call Pioneer Abstract at 683-2904.
Green Country has never been more connected. This summer, get up to 4 phones on us. Choose from the newest Apple and Samsung devices. Plus, you can save big with our unlimited talk, text, and data plans. Visit us today in-store or online at bravadowireless.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Green Country has never been more connected. This summer, get up to 4 phones on us. Choose from the newest Apple and Samsung devices. Plus, you can save big with our unlimited talk, text, and data plans. Visit us today in-store or online at bravadowireless.com.
Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Back in Ponca City, moments before the Ruffers take on the Wildcats of Ponca City High School, we bring in offensive coordinator Mason Fine. Coming out of the non-district schedule, you've had 2 weeks to evaluate yourself and then also to prepare for the district race. 2 weeks gives you a chance to make a lot of adjustments. For coaches and players have been busy doing such.
Yeah, I think having the bye week to, one, evaluate what went wrong the first 3 weeks. Obviously, we haven't been as successful as we want to on offense, and quite frankly, it's been pretty poor. So just trying to fix where we struggle at and try to fix those and get better at it, and then also, build off of our strengths and stuff like that. So we had to evaluate as a staff and about, what can we do to make changes to our offense, and we've done it. We think we've put kids in the best chance to be successful. We've moved people around a little bit, but also, we've got an extra week to rep what we think we're good at, and allow our quarterback to be successful. And I think having that extra week to prepare for Ponca, I think our coaches did a great job, as a staff of creating a great game plan that I think gives us a great chance to be successful, move the ball up and down the field, and hopefully we see that tonight.
3-3 stack. What problems does that cause for the defense, for the offense of the Ruffers, and what you want to do tonight, and then what opportunities does it grant you?
Well, I think in any offense you want to be able to run the ball. We haven't been able to run the ball efficiently the last 3 weeks or 3 opponents. So what an off stack does is it muddies up all the rules up front for the O-line. So luckily we've had 2 weeks to prepare. We've made a couple adjustments up front with player personnel. So to kind of teach that guy that he only needs to block this rule for this opponent. It makes it maybe difficult on the guys that have always played O-line, but for one guy that we moved into that right guard position, he's never played O-line before. So these last 2 weeks, we've all he knows is a 3-3 stack. So that'd be pretty good for him, beneficial for us to have that extra week. And so run game is going to be tough to run in 3-3 stack, but we've done it formationally and schematically where we should have some efficiency. It's up to our running backs to run hard, make a couple of guys miss, which I think in Chap and Heish they're going to have opportunities tonight. But that also they're going to put a lot of guys in the box, so we got to be able to throw it and play catch, and that's something we haven't been able to do. So we've harped on it. Hopefully we can execute that. Just, they're only going to have so many guys out in secondary, so we got to see grass, see leverage, and attack it and be accurate and have yards after the catch. Trying to go more of the quick outs to the side, the shorter routes, or take your chances on the deep throw? Well, I think our quarterback, we've been watching film a lot. It's about grass and leverage. Sometimes they'll move a, boundary safety down, or they'll flip the boundary safety to the field, or, that number 6 from what it was against Lawton Mack. So it's just, finding our key IDs, be the nickel and boundary safety, see where they're at, how they're playing the defense, and attack grass and leverage. And I think our quarterback will do a pretty good job of that tonight. Mason, is there a big key? Is there one area that you feel totally 100% confident that going into the game, when you do this, Ruffers win? I think as long as we make the plays when we call it and it happens, and do our job over and over and over. Don't get bored taking a profit, and don't overcompensate for any positions. Just do your job, all 11 of us on the same page, and execute it to the best of our abilities, and I think we'll have a lot of success tonight. Mason Fine, offensive coordinator, back with the defensive outlook of slowing down this high-scoring offense of Ponca City. It's not a pass-happy offense. It's a running game that puts the ball in the end zone. We'll talk with Travis Bryan on the defensive game plan for the Ruffers tonight after this timeout of Ruffer Football 2025.
Final summer sale. It's always big at J. Hodge Chevrolet Muskogee. Buy a new Silverado 1500. Take $10,000 off MSRP. New 2026 Equinox $450 a month, not a lease. Don't overpay. Now through Labor Day, come see Jay. New Silverado, $10,000 off. Own Equinox, $450 a month. Jay Hodge, Chevrolet of Muskogee, 144 West Shawnee.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Welcome back on Rougher Football tonight from Ponca City. Countdown to kickoff, and we bring in defensive coordinator Travis Bryant. Through 3 games, grade the defensive effort. Although the score hasn't been in our favor, I think there's been a lot of positives come from this side of the football.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting there. Obviously, I think, getting into district play will be important. Our last 2 opponents are fairly tough opponents, but I think we're getting there. We're getting on the same page. Our kids are playing hard, so I believe we'll have a good showing.
Travis, you've had 2 weeks to study your opponent for tonight. Couldn't come at a better time trying to get into district play on a win. What have you seen from Ponca City? Obviously, they have the ability to score points. They put 57 up last week in an overtime loss at MacArthur.
Yeah, they're playing pretty confident football on offense, and it's a little different from what you see. Most weeks you're playing spread teams. It's a little more unconventional. It's kind of more of unbalanced wing tee type stuff where it's misdirection and a little bit of shifting at the line of scrimmage and doing some things. So you got to be prepared and you got to make the right calls.
You and I, Dale, have all talked about the sugar huddle. For our listeners who maybe don't understand coach terminology, describe that for me and what we'll see tonight from Ponca City.
Well, basically they're going to be in the huddle and they're going to break the huddle and they're going to run a play in about 3 seconds from about the time they put their hand down. So what that does to us on defense is, it negates like calling a strength or flipping your front. So you have to come up with a way where you're lined up and you're ready. So that's pretty much it.
What defensive adjustments do you have to make tonight for Ponca City's offensive success?
Well, one thing we're doing is a different personnel grouping. So we're playing an extra down person because of their style of play. And then a big part of it is just recognizing the unbalanced sets and sliding and making sure we don't get outnumbered.
What can you do to stifle Ponca City's ground game and force them to have to pass the football and give you an advantage there?
I think the big thing, and I've talked about this with our kids all week, is don't get caught up on, are we sliding right or are we sliding left, but just come off the ball, be aggressive and attack, and we got to win on first down. So if we can get them in first and long, and then get them out of the stuff they like to do, I like our chance of succeeding.
Defensive coordinator Travis Bryant with some game plan thoughts prior to tonight's game against Ponca City. Back with a winning strategy brought to you by Michael A. Finnerty with head coach Dale Condit. That after this timeout on Rougher Football 2025.
Have you been injured as the result of a car accident? Has your family been impacted by the death of a loved one caused by someone else's negligence? Whatever you're dealing with, you don't have to face it alone. At 222 Injury Lawyers, our dedicated personal injury attorneys are here to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. Call 918-528-0222.
Proudly serving the elderly of the Muskogee community, Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center is a skilled nursing facility empowering better living through long-term care as well as many other respite care options. And coming soon to Broadway, the Memory Care Unit. At Broadway Care Rehabilitation, the amazing therapy department can help you or your loved one get back on their feet. Contracted with most major insurances, follow them on Facebook and see many of the enriching activities offered to the residents. Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center, proud to support the Muskogee Roughers. Back in Ponca City, pregame countdown to kickoff brought to you by Jay Hodge Chevrolet. We bring in the head coach of the Muskogee Roughers, Dale Condit. And Dale, you've had 2 weeks to prepare. It gave you a chance to really polish a football team that is trying to shake off some rust.
Yeah, and we definitely needed the time. We needed the reps, and we've taken advantage of the 2 weeks and put a ton of time in on the practice field in front of a video board and dry erase board, going over and over things that we knew we had to work on and get better at. And we feel good about where we're at going into this game. I mean, even watching the practices every day, we'd come in and watch those practices and felt like we were getting a little better each day at executing the offense that we're trying to install.
Let's talk about tonight's winning strategy. Mason's gone over the offensive game plan. Travis talked about how to defend the sugar huddle and everything else that Ponca City does offensively. From the head coach's view, what are the Ruffers' keys to victory in the winning strategy? Brought to you by Michael A. Finnerty, attorney at law.
Well, I think, to me, the number one thing that we need to see is great first down defense. We're trying to, not allow them to lean on us with, gains of 4 to 7 yards on first down, and then they're gonna really put you in a bind if you continue to allow them to gain that kind of yardage on first down. So we've got to put them behind the chains a little bit and get them in longer yardage situations. And then offensively for us, I feel like if we would just come out and take care of the football and execute the plays that we've been working on, we're going to have a great chance to move the ball and score some points tonight. So, and then of course there's always these special teams that sometimes we forget to talk about, and we've had some highs and lows in that for sure, but we feel like we've definitely progressed. We feel great about our kicker and punter, Zevlin Ballalong, and so, hopefully tonight we've seen some great returns by Kenyon Goodson, and so we're hoping to find a way to gain an advantage in that aspect as well.
Well, there's certainly no doubt, though, there is no overs. Now everything counts. I mean, it's kind of like you had practice, but now you're playing for keeps against Ponca City, and you can't go undefeated in the district race unless you win the first one.
Yeah, that's right. And the practices they weren't a lot of fun. So we're looking to have some success tonight and get off to a great start. And this is a quality football team. They're definitely a team that will feel like they have a great chance to win tonight. So we know what we're up against. And you're right. I mean, we can say what we want, but if we want a shot to win the district championship, then we got to win tonight.
Dale Connett's pregame thoughts, our countdown to kickoff. Winning strategy brought to you by Michael A. Finnerty, attorney at law. Back to take a look at the health of the Ruffers, brought to you by Excel Physical Therapy with Leo Kraski. That after this timeout on Ruffer Football in 2025.
The world of education is driven by numbers. So is the one company more schools and universities call on when fire or water damage strikes. 1-800-SERVPRO. The number one choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
When it matters most. The name to remember? ServPro of Muskogee. 918-913-4490. Online at servpro.com.
There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com. There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com.
Moments before the Ruffers take the field tonight here at Ponca City, time for this week's Health of the Ruffers, brought to you by Excel Physical Therapy. We bring in athletic trainer, strength and conditioning coach combo, Leo Kraski. Leo, we talked about this previously off the air, but let's talk about the process you have to go through each and every year, starting all over with a brand new group of high school trainers and managers.
Oh, yes, I have a batch to say the least. But I will say this, I'm very blessed this year. We have, with Justin being out, I've had to rely on our student trainers more than normal. And we have 10 girls who are just doing a fabulous job. Those young ladies are doing an excellent job. We have 4 returners from last year, which really helped out a lot. And then we have the new girls. So we've been I've been very lucky this year. The ladies are doing a great job. I don't have to worry about loading or unloading. They've taken care of that totally. It's great. It's really worked out really, really well.
Talk about that list of things they've had to learn and things that you've seen them take on their own and turn it into a better product.
So some things are like very, very basic, like as far as, hey, wrist taping, jumper's knee, et cetera, just basic tape jobs like that type of stuff. But other things are, hey, before practice, we've got to make sure we get the water cows out there. We've got to make sure the water bottles are ready. We got to make sure, yada, 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 all that. Then as far as post As soon as we can't, like I said, we can't rest. Practice is actually the easiest time for us. It's before and after. That's when we're our busiest. Hey, they've got to get the stuff inside. We've got to get all ready for tomorrow. We've got to make sure all the tape is restocked for tomorrow. We've got to make sure all trash is taken care of, blah, 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 blah. On game day, hey, learn the basic. I know it sounds crazy, but you got to learn how to load the trailer properly. You can't put certain things on in the wrong order, or just it's a big mess and this type of thing. Same thing with unloading. Same thing with, okay, I've got to make sure this is our list. We got to make sure we go through our list of what are we taking, what are we not taking, what do we need. Okay, we're going to this game in this place. They have a grass field, not a turf field. What do we do, et cetera, those type of things.
When you got here tonight, what were the first things? And I know you guys get here way before the players and coaches arrive.
Well, the first thing we've got to do is two things. First of all, we get the taping area in the locker room set up, which, and then we also get the sideline set up as far as the water on the sidelines, the bottles ready, the table, our treatment table, etc. All that set up on the sideline, ready to go. And like I said, once the players get there, of course, obviously we start our taping there. But then, hey, they go out there for the warm-ups. We got to make sure we water them down as they're doing their warm-ups. We got to make sure we keep the hydration up. We go in there for pregame in the locker room. Hey, we still got to make sure we stay on top of our hydration. Finish the taping, whether it be spatting, wrists, etc., this type of thing. Some of the times the guys will go out there, they want a certain tape job, and like, oh, hey, it's not feeling right here. Hey, we got to redo it. That type of thing. Or, hey, it's not tight enough. Can we get a little bit tighter? Those type of things. What
are they looking for during a game, Leo?
The ladies, what we've done, like I said, due to the number of ladies I have actually been able to split them into teams. We have a couple ladies who work just the bench. Like I said, when the defensive team comes off, they're watering down, taking care of the players on the bench. Meanwhile, I've got a couple other girls who are up there by the coaches. They're the ones waiting for timeouts. Player comes off substitution. Kid grabs a quick drink before he goes back in for the next play. Those type of things. They, like I said, I'm lucky enough to have enough girls this year. I can split them into teams and groups. I also have my emergency group. They're the ones that, hey, in case, like I said, you're going to help on the sideline, but in case somebody goes down the field, you're the one going to contact the emergency crew, get them out in the field, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Leo Kraske, our guest in Health of the Ruffers, brought to you by Excel Physical Therapy. Back to take a look at the kids' names that are still on the watchful eye list. We'll talk about that list of players who can or may not go tonight in the contest against Ponca City after this timeout on Ruffer Football 2025.
Pain is temporary, pride is forever. At Excel Therapy, we want to be your athlete's advocate for excellence. We offer treatment methods that focus on strengthening muscles and improving flexibility to improve your overall performance. And when injury sets in, Excel Therapy can aid in the recovery process. We know it's important to get back in the game, so trust the comeback experts, Excel Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. With 16 locations and no physician referral required, you can begin healing today. Look for us online at exceltherapyok.com.
Back in Ponca City, Health of the Ruffers. Leo, before you get back out on the field, it's a pretty much clean bill of health for the Ruffers. 2 weeks to recover and prepare for tonight's game. Came at the right time.
Oh, exactly. That, like I said, playing the 0 week is always like, oh man, we got to be ready faster than everybody else. But that dead week, that 1 week off before we start conference has always been a blessing. We've always had a couple guys, bumps, bruises, they have been able to heal up and they're back to almost 100%. So that is incredibly helpful.
So going into tonight's game, it's pretty much everybody's available to go 100%.
Oh yeah, we're looking very good. Jamie's back with his ankle. DK's back with his ankle. JoJo with his shoulder, had a little bit of a shoulder sprain. He's back. I mean, everybody, like I said, all the little bumps and bruises are healed. We're doing actually pretty doggone good.
And I also didn't ask you to name those 10 trainers because I didn't want you to forget one, but I also know you know them by their nicknames rather than them by their given names. Leo Kraske, our guest here in Health of the Ruffers. We'll be back to Ponca City with more Ruffer football after this timeout.
The Bank First tagline, Loyal to Oklahoma and You, isn't just a slogan. It's our pledge to every community we serve.
It's about donating our time, talent, and resources to develop relationships far beyond banking.
It's about investing in our local schools to provide a productive environment for the success of our students.
It's about engaging with local boards, committees, and foundations to improve the lives of our friends and neighbors.
We're loyal to the Muskogee community because it's our community too.
After all, life is about more than just balance sheets and bottom lines.
Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you. Member FDIC.
Well, as the sun begins to set to the west here at Sullins Stadium, the captains have met at the center of the field. Nick Hampton, we're just moments away from the opener of district play in 2025 for the Muskogee Ruffers and Ponca City Wildcats. Wildcats coming in at 2-1 on the year. Ruffers still looking for that initial victory in the Dale Condit area. But in district play over the past 3 seasons, Ruffers have been dominant, 19-2 altogether. Those only 2 losses coming in Week 10 to Stillwater. Of course, the Ruffers avenged that Stillwater loss later in the playoffs and went on to the 2023 state championship.
Well, different time, different players. So the Ruffers now have to kind of regroup with a bunch of new faces this year and kind of get something going on offense particularly. The defense has played relatively well given the competition that they faced so far, but the defense needs to find a way between our 2 quarterbacks that have played, Delgado and McHenry. Neither one of them really has, I don't think, made it to the forefront yet as the established starter. I think Kaysen's going to start tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised unless things really go well if we didn't see McHenry somewhere.
I think the game plan is to implement both, but see who will have the hot hand throughout the evening. Of course, tonight it's a little bit warmer on this last Friday night of September. I want to say a big thank you to David Eaton. He was the gentleman who helped to bring in the big Ruffer mascot to Sullins Stadium tonight and had it for our players to sprint through as they came back out on the field. Captains met at center of the field just moments ago, Nick. Ponca City won the toss. They deferred the choice to the second half. That means Muskogee's offense will get a first chance to shine, and there have been adjustments made, most notably in the offensive line, where tonight across the front, Hayden Von Holt will get a start at 1 tackle. JoJo Alexander on the opposite side. Changes at the guard spot on the right side. Courtney Nash will get the starting call. On the left side, it'll be Devin Nero, and Hunter Lanier will start once again at the center spot. One of the wideouts, of course, will be the Bees. Jamie Beasley, he'll split time with Kenyon Goodson on the opposite side. They'll use a tight end from sometimes with Coda Barnowski, but then go 3 or sometimes 4 wideouts with Avon Gooden, Nunu James, Anthony Macnack, and Decaden Ford. And the running back, the guy that's going to have to earn his stripes, is the 5'10", 185-pound senior Marquise Chaplin. He has 27 carries on the season through the first 3 games, Nick, but only 123 yards in rushing. And as we mentioned, Kaysen Delgado getting the start at quarterback, his second start of the season. The junior 6'2", 190-pounder, 13 of 30 on the season, only 101 yards through the air.
Be interesting, too, tonight with Decaden Ford back in the lineup tonight. He was injured in the Bentonville West game, didn't play, and so it'll be good to have him back. He's a kind of a valuable multi-pronged kind of attack guy. He can catch it, he can throw it, lots of things he can do, and that really should help the Ruffer offense get a little stabilized.
I think the Ruffers will have the opportunities tonight, too, to get the ball out in space much quicker rather than long shots, try to get it out to those speed merchants and try to let them work things. It is an east-west field. Ruffers will defend the east goal. They'll receive.
Kenyon Goodson will be back deep for the Ruffers back there.
Along with Nunu James. He'll be the second back. As getting ready to kick off for Ponca City will be Tucker Love, a freshman place kicker and a very strong leg looking at him in the pregame warm-ups. Ponca City in their home blue jerseys with the white pants and the white helmets with the red-blue stripe down the middle. Ruffers in all white and green tonight. The white unis with the green numerals, the green helmets with the numbers and the M logo aside. We're ready for district play 2025, Nick. There's no more starting over. Everything starts tonight.
It all starts counting now. The first 3 games, let's forget about them, and let's get these next games underway with district play. See if we can wrap up a district title.
Welcome to Ruffer football on Ruffer TV. Here's the opening kick. Should have been a flag down because there was at least one man offside on the return. This is Nunu James trying to get to the corner. 30, 35, 40. Breaks across midfield. One man to beat. Down the boundary. Nunu to the house. Take it to the end zone, my man. Ruffers get a fast start. Keanu James on the kick return. I think that's going to go about 78 yards altogether from where he picked it up. But it's 6 points, and we're only 12 seconds into tonight's contest.
Wow, what a return. Good blocking along that far side for the Ruffers. Opened it up. Once James hit about the 35, it was just a speed race there down the sideline. And Nunu James gets the Ruffers on the board right away.
So that's the way you want to kind of take away the home field advantage and get a little motion, a little energy on the Ruffers sideline, and a good way to start that with we'll call it an 80-yard kick return for Keanu James, and the Ruffers will set up for the ensuing point after touchdown. Zevelin Balalong will be the place kicker. Officials trying to get the ball set, and they put the ball down over on the hash mark. Now they'll move it back to the center. Some coaches want you to put it over there so you can then shift over, but now it'll be Balalong to kick out of the hole to Dakota Barnowski. In case you missed the opening kick, Nuno James with an 80-yard kickoff return for the game's first points. Balalong trying to make it a quick 7-0.
Yep, so we're a player short.
Yeah, Ruffers only had 10 men out there, so they have to hold up just a bit.
Play clock wasn't running, fortunately, for the Ruffers.
And there comes the delay of game call.
Very belated.
So the 5-yard penalty will back it up, but that should not affect the leg strength of Zevelin Balalong. The young man has a very strong leg, and he's pretty quick on his follow-through.
All right. Now we're about ready to go.
Finish the job here to start the ball game. Ruffers on an 80-yard kickoff return. Balalong to try to make it a 7-0 score. Snap is down. Kick's on the way. It's up. It looks good. It is good. 11:48 left. Quarter number one. Ruffers lead 7-0 over Ponca City. Back in 30 seconds. This is Ruffer Football 2025.
In times of need, it's comforting to see faces of people you know and trust. Cornerstone Funeral Home in Muskogee cherishes the opportunity to be there for you and your family in life's most challenging times when friends are most important. Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. Experience the difference. Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York in Muskogee, where you'll find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Back at Sullins Stadium, if you were late getting tuned in, you missed some excitement right off the get-go. The Ruffers with some fireworks. Keanu James on an 80-yard kickoff return for the game's first points. Special teams have been a bugaboo for the Ruffers in the first 3 weeks, Nick, both by the opponent as well as by Muskogee. But here tonight, things start very good.
So the Ruffers now will kick it away and back deep for Ponca City.
Should be Ryder Trepton.
Trepton back there, yeah.
As Balalong will put the tee on the turf. Ruffers will get everybody balanced up on side to side. Muskogee in the all-white uniforms. Green numerals. Looking for district win number one. They're 20th in the last 22 district encounters. Balalong with the right foot. Going to pooch this one high. It's a 10-yard kick. It's a live ball. It's fielded by the up man for Ponca City. And then there's a flag called out. Maybe he signaled fair catch.
Either that or we just plowed him over.
Braden Head making the reception, and that's about the 44-yard line. Not sure if there was a fair catch signal or... But if he didn't call it, Nick, that's a live ball, and you are free to be contacted. But the official's not ruling it that way. It'll be a 15-yard walk-off against the Ruffers for the personal foul. And that'll take it into Muskogee territory, where Ponca will start at the Muskogee 42-yard line. With still 11:48 left here in quarter number one. Johnston Burke will bring the offense to the line of scrimmage. Ponca City hustles to the line of scrimmage. They like to go on a quick snap. Burke to put motion. He'll go straight ahead on the quarterback keeper, pushing it inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line before finally the Ruffers can get there. Jack Green coming up off the bottom of that pile. Pick up a 3 on first down, second down and 7. Ruffer football this season brought to you in part by Cornerstone Funeral Home, Bank First of Muskogee, and by J. Hodge Chevrolet, Bravado Wireless, and the power of connection. Second and 7 for the Wildcats, moving from left to right. Quick direct snap out of the Wildcat, trying to come to the corner. Blocking is there. On the carry, Ponca City getting good yardage. Is on the catch.
Anelda Rogers.
That's Anelda Rogers, a 5'6", 168-pound sophomore tailback. He takes the carry from the 39 to the 29 on the opposite end. First and 10, Wildcats at the Muskogee 29-yard line.
They get up to that line of scrimmage and don't waste any time. I think the Ruffers a little flat-footed that time as they ran the Wildcat, and Rogers had pretty good running room off tackle.
Now Burke in the shotgun along with Rogers, the running back. Twins out wide, left and right. They'll throw the underneath bubble. Catch made out on the boundary by Cortez Roland Barton. He'll get downfield from the 29 to appears to be where? About the 25.
Yeah.
Pick up a 4 on the first down. They kind of set that short bubble. It's kind of an RPO package. Quick strike to the outside boundary. Blockers in front. Nets of 4 yards. Second down and 6. Ruffers with an early 7-0 advantage on the talents of Nunu James and an 80-yard kickoff return. This time, DeRogers to the right of the quarterback. Burke now that will flip the tailback over to his left. They'll run down, throw a little bubble screen out on the edge. This is Rogers trying to get downfield, and he'll get close to a first down marker, but there's yellow laundry on the turf here at Sullins. And that's more than likely going to be a hold against Ponca City.
So that'll be their first flag of the night.
Comes at a good time, too, Nick, because it takes away a potential first down. They'll mark it off in the preceding spot and move it back out to the 35-yard line.
That makes it second and 25.
Which is exactly what Travis Bryant was hoping to be able to do with Ponca City to take them out of this kind of bubble-type running game that they've run so effectively in the first 3 games, and points on the board to prove it, 57 points per contest coming into game 1 in district play. The big center, Cooper Rowland, 6 foot, 230-pound junior, returning starter. Motion, counter, inside handoff. There's confusion. Ruffers have this one diagnosed well, and they'll snuff it for a sack. Jack Green is in the backfield, along with Hayden Von Holt.
Cortez Roland Barton was the unfortunate recipient of that. He loses 5 yards back to the 40.
So a loss of 5 on second down brings up third in an even longer situation needed. Have to go all the way to just inside the 20-yard line. So all in all, let's call it a 3rd and 21 to go for the Wildcats. 9:26 in the clock running, quarter number 1. Muskogee leading 7-0. Scoreboard update brought to you by Nissan of Muskogee. Tripped in one of the receivers out on the numbers to the left side. Cortez Roland Barton to the right. Quarterback in the pocket and throws upfield. He threw it in the direction of 2 receivers. He just had to throw the ball away because the Ruffers had a little bit of heat in his face. Green and Kyron Cope putting pressure on the quarterback. The pass incomplete. It'll be a punting situation. So the Ruffers defense is able to hold here.
Yeah, no one within about 5 or 6 yards of that pass for the Wildcats, and so it'll be punting time for Quade Anderson.
A freshman, 5'10", 183-pounder. He'll stand in punt formation. Kenyon Goodson will be the low man back deep. Pressure comes up the top. Ruffers almost get to that one.
I think they did get a piece of it, actually.
And it's going to bound around the 20-yard line and roll to a stop right at the, I guess we'll call it the 21. Let's mark it the 20, and that's where the Ruffers will take over, first down and 10, leading 7-0. Does your home or business have a leaky roof, or are you unsure of the condition of the top of your house? Call the roofing pros at Roughneck Roofing and let Stephen Lane and his team provide you with a full photo report of your roof and give an honest assessment of your roof's condition. Reach out to them any time of day at 918-401-9125 for personal attention with professional results. Roughneck Roofing, proud to support Rougher Athletics.
Jason Delgado ready to call the first offensive play of the night for the Ruffers.
Delgado with Chaplin to his left, takes the snap. They'll run a little end-around reverse. This is Decaden Ford trying to get to the corner. DK with a little burst of speed will come upfield from the 20 to right about the 27-yard line. So a nice pickup of 7 on the first down carry by Decaden Ford.
That's kind of what we were talking about. Ford's just a very versatile player, and it really helps to have him back on offense this week.
Now DK along with Jamie Beasley will be twins out wide to the left. Ponca City crowding the line of scrimmage. Handoff goes to Chaplin off tackle on the right side. There's a flag now. I think we're going to get a holding penalty. It's going to nullify what would have been a first down.
It's a 3rd penalty against the Ruffers already, and we've only played about 7 minutes.
Our white hat tonight, Jay Camp, will give the signal to our press box, but it'll be a 10-yard holding walk-off. That'll move it all the way back to where, Nick? 17.
Second down and 13 now for the Ruffers.
Ruffers going from right to left here on this initial offensive series, having sported a 7-0 advantage. Beasley and Ford out wide to the left. Opposite side, single receiver. Chaplin goes in motion to the left side. Delgado drops the ball, but then he picks it up and keeps it himself. 25 up to the 30 with a block. 35-40. Casing across midfield into Ponca territory before he finally chased down. And a big recovery of a fumbled snap, and Cason Delgado takes it from the 17 in Ruffer territory across midfield to the 41-yard line. 42 yards on the quarterback run, and a Kyle Leverage GMC Ruffer first down and 10.
Well, it looked like a busted play from the get-go, but Delgado makes something out of it.
So now the Ruffers with Barnowski set in as an H-back right behind that right tackle. Snap is back. Delgado will sprint left. He'll flip the pass over to Dakota, 30 at the 25. Stiff arms one tackler on his feet at the 20 and inside the 20 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. Coming over to make the stop, Hondo Perez and Adriel Moore. But a big play again. This one going from the 41 all the way to the 17. 24 yards and another Kyle Leverage GMC Ruffer. First down and 10.
Ruffers with that. He tried to bring Barnowski down with a little arm tackle.
Not going to
happen with him. Nope.
Now the Ruffers with twins out wide to the right. Nunu James and Decaden Ford. They'll throw back to the short side of the field, intended for Beasley. He was in space, but the ball short-armed by Delgado bounces off the turf, incomplete. But some big plays from the offensive unit, Nick, and that's something that has been absent the first three outings.
Nice to see. Kind of get your footing going now.
7:48 left in quarter number one. Ruffers with a 7-0 lead, trying to make it a 2-touchdown advantage. Ford and Beasley to the short side left. Decaden to come in motion behind. Delgado's going to keep it. He slips out of one tackle at the 15, lowers his shoulder, and drives into the would-be Ponca defender. As getting there for Ponca was Hondo Perez. The gain will go downfield from the 17 to the 13. That's a pickup of 4. Where the Ruffers will face a 3rd down and 6.
So the Ruffers pretty much controlling the line of scrimmage. Nice to see that on the offensive line. And with that, Delgado's been able to make a couple of nice runs.
Personnel changes in the starting lineups tonight. JoJo Alexander and Courtney Nash starting at the right guard and tackle positions. James and Ford will be out to the wide side right. Beasley by himself to the left. Snap goes to Delgado. He'll keep it up the middle, follow his blocker straight ahead. Inside the 10, they're going to mark the football down at the 10. So it'll be a 3-yard pickup when that's where the Ruffers will face 4th down and 3 yards to go. And I think here we'll see a test of Dale Connett's determination. Does he go big and try to cram this one down for the first down mark? We're going to see another quarterback change as Styler McHenry will come in here in this situation.
Delgado with 3 runs tonight. He had only 9 for the whole season coming into this game.
So now this on a 4th down and 3 from the 10, trying to establish some momentum, kind of provide a little force. Switch the 2 blocking backs in front of Stylen McHenry. They'll snap it to Stylen. He gets inside of a block, can't elude the tackle. Good open space stop, that time by Ponca City, as Talon DeWeese is able to get into the feet of McHenry and stop him at the 11. That's a loss of a yard, and the Ruffers come up empty on this possession, having started at the 20-yard line. It remains 7-0 with 6:17 left to go in the opening quarter. Just like when the Muskogee Ruffers play in front of the home fans, like they will next Friday night at Ruffer Village, Lynn Wallace and her team at Cornerstone Home Lending in Muskogee knows that home is where happy lives. With honest, well-communicated, and knowledge-based experience, Cornerstone Home Lending will help you find the right loan that will get you home happy. Call Cornerstone Home Lending, 918-600-0602. Now Ponca City on the first down carry, trying to get out on the edge again. Penalty flags fly as Alonzo Big Goose is the ball carrier. What a name for a ball carrier. Yeah. Alonzo Big Goose. Kind of reminds you of Alonzo Stagg, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Penalty flag was thrown at the feet of the offensive lineman to be a holding flag here. Line of scrimmage had been the 12.
So it'll be half the distance. If
tackle was made where? At the 11?
That's where the flag is.
Ruffers may just opt to take the play and call it 2nd down. That's what they're going to do. It'll remain 2nd and 10.
Actually lost a yard on the play.
Well, they move it up to the 12-yard line.
Or gained a yard, I'm sorry, yeah.
6:13 to play. Clock will start on the snap of the football. Muskogee up in front, 7-0 tonight here in the opening quarter from Sullins Stadium in Ponca City. Now quickly to the line of scrimmage, and there's motion up front. Jack Green jumping across the line. He may have been pulled offside, but the officials are going to say here it's an offside call against the Ruffers. The eagerness of the Ruffer defensive front, Jack Green, with the encroachment. That'll bring it from the 12 out to the 17-yard line. Make it a now 2nd down and 5. You kind of wish maybe you'd taken that penalty.
4th penalty against the Roughers tonight for 25 yards.
It's been about the only thing that's gone wrong here in the opening 6 minutes of play. Ponca City in their blue jerseys. They sprint to the line of scrimmage. Burke going to pitch, going to come on the sweep back to the near side. Ruffers with good pursuit, able to cut this one down from behind. Colt Schickram in on the carry. Coda Barnowski, Jack Green, and company making the stop. Decaden Ford also helping out.
About a yard on it.
That's about all he got was a yard. So it'll be now 3rd down and 4 as the Wildcats have to reach their own 22-yard line to move the chains. Seeing a little bit more aggressiveness on the part of this Rougher defense. It's kind of changed the formation, Nick. They've gone away from the standard 3-4. Could put a couple more people up on the line of scrimmage. Now official stop play. Really not sure why. Not really sure why the referee called the timeout. Guess they're going to reset the shot clock, the game clock. I heard the NBA interviews today, and it's got me thinking basketball. And speaking of basketball, we'll have a special halftime guest. Eric Holmes of Rougher Girls Basketball will be on with us to talk about the prospects for an outstanding season. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Johnston Burke going to throw in space. Catch made at about the 20. And spinning free and coming across is Schickram. He's able to use a blocker and get upfield across the 20 to the 25. Needed 4, and he got 7 on the play. And it's a 1st and 10 for Ponca City at their own 25-yard line. Eric Moore has amassed a group of talent on the girls' side. It's going to be fun to watch the Rougher women's basketball program, and it'll be the same for Lenny Bird in his initial season with the men. Now Burke on a jet sweep. Pivots, pulls it back out, throws it to Schickram. Blockers there. Little shake and bake move, but the Roughers get up there quickly. Decaden Ford along with Jack Green again and Arias Parrish, the Roughers' leading tackler, but Kyron Cope's the one that kind of stymied that play. It'll be only a yard pickup to the 26-yard line. Good coverage that time by the Rougher defense.
Yeah, not a lot of misdirection that time by Ponca City, but the Rougher defense not fooled.
Play calling coming in from the sideline. Justin Rowland, the head coach in his 10th year here at Ponca. 8-16 as a head coach of the Wildcats program. 2nd and 9, have to go to the 35. Flip-flop the blockers. Burke takes the snap, shuffles it out in space. This is Schickram again, has blockers in front, comes off the first contact, bouncing upfield to about the 31. So it'll be about a 5-yard pickup. That's an interesting delivery, too. That looked like more like a basketball pass, a two-hand chest pass.
Just a little shovel pass out there, yeah.
Yep, shuffle pass forward for a 5-yard pickup. 3rd down and 5 for Ponca City. Wildcats are 1 for 1 on their 3rd down tries. I checked that back there, 1 for 2.
Burke 3 of 4 passing, but only 12 yards. All little short things so far.
To Rogers is the running back to the right shoulder. Roughers press, handed off inside to Rogers, and he got pounded. Arias Parrish had company. Snuffing that one out, along with some help from JoJo Alexander.
And, yep, JoJo's the big guy in there, right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. So it'll be punting time again for the Wildcats.
Wade Anderson, the freshman, on to kick. Roughers will send back Kenyon Goodson in return formation. Should get good field position here, Nick.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere around the 40 or even into Wildcat territory.
Snap is back. The freshman has time, gets it away. It's a high knuckling type kick. Roughers just may want to get out of the way of this one. It takes a Muskogee hop. It'll be caught on a bounce at the 24-yard line by Michael Hudson. 45-yard line, rather. In Muskogee territory with 3:29 left here in opening quarter play. Roughers with a 7-0 advantage.
Good field position, like we said. See what the Roughers can do offensively. Get it in this time. They had a good job of moving it down inside the red zone last time, but couldn't punch it in.
So now with a 7-0 lead, having had the opportunities for an extra score, Roughers will try to pick up some points on their 3rd start, and actually 2nd offensive series. Decaden Ford and Jamie Beasley will be the 2 receivers out to the wide side left. Delgado back at quarterback. takes the snap, waits, slings it out in space. It's high, it's picked off. This one was thrown right into the hands of the Ponca City return man, and he'll bring it all the way inside the 15 down to near the 12. Making the INT, Adriel Moore. A big play and a big turn of emotion there, Nick, because the Ruffers kind of had the Mo leaning their way, but then Delgado's strike was thrown right into coverage, and Moore with the INT, and the return goes all the way to the Ruffer 12-yard line.
So the Ruffers now will have to bow up on defense once again. See if they can stop this after the turnover.
Momentum can be so fickle, changing on the blink of an eye.
5th interception of Delgado this year.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Motion, fake the pitch, hand it off inside. Blockers pushing the pile downfield. It'll be inside the 10 to about the 9, we'll call it.
Number 25.
On the carry for Ponca City.
Bam Bam Coleman, all right.
Yeah.
I like that name.
It kind of reminds me of it. Shows you how old we are, Nick. Sam Bam Cunningham.
Yeah. 3 yards for Bam Bam.
Second and 7. Can pick up a first down inside the 5. Ruffer defense trying to at least challenge Ponca City and force them into a decision, perhaps later on 4th down. Wildcats will hustle to the line of scrimmage, including Burke. He's quickly under center. They'll line up in the eye. They'll hand it straight ahead. And the Ruffers had this one wrapped up like a Christmas package underneath the tree. The handoff went to Bam Bam Coleman, but Kyron Cope was there to say, not so fast, my friend.
Mr. Bam Bam. Yeah, they bam-bammed him that time. No gain right at the 9.
So it'll be 3rd and 9. Now what will the Wildcats do? Will they stay with this power game, Nick, or will they try to use the passing game? Come into play tonight offensively through the air, averaging 163 yards per contest, about twice as many on the ground. Now with the running back, Alonzo Big Goose off the right shoulder of Burke. He'll stand in the pocket, throw across the middle. This one's high and long and just over the outstretched hand. Might have been deflected by Kenyon Goodson, who was in coverage.
I think he got a hand on it, yeah.
And knocks the ball down incomplete, so it'll be a 4th down situation, and the Wildcats will send on the place-kicking unit. Tucker Love. On the hole will be Ryder Trepton. But this is a win for the Ruffer defense, Nick, to force a potential 3-point try.
27-yard attempt here.
Ball right in the center of the field. Ruffers come up with pressure. The ball kick is up. It's inside the uprights, and it is
good.
No, it's no good.
He missed
off
it
to the side. It goes off the outside of the upright. It's off the mark, and the Ruffers will have the football back, leading 7-0 tonight here at Sullins Stadium in Ponca City. No matter the opponent, the Muskogee Ruffers' vision for victory is always 20/20, and the same goes for your vision. With the help of Dr. Kimberly DeRosset in Muskogee. No matter if you're a player or a fan, good vision is essential to winning. So be sure you to visit Dr. Kimberly DeRosset for your annual eye exam. Kimberly DeRosset, helping her patients in Muskogee County for the last 25 years, now located at 3505 Chandler Road. Call 918-880-3937.
Now, good defensive effort there after the interception by the Wildcats. The Ruffer defense does a good job. Now let's move it down. I'd like to see a couple of nice long strikes here by Delgado. Get the ball down the field.
Get his confidence back as well. Ruffers will stack. Now they're going to move. Where are they going to put the football back?
Back at the 20. Well, no.
Yep, that's where they're going to bring it out to on a missed field goal. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They put it at the 9 to begin with, and I thought, that's not right, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So the Ruffers will start 1st and 10 from their own 20, leading 7-0. Delgado bringing Caden Ford in motion. He'll hand it off. DK out on the edge, cuts upfield, 25, and again a penalty flag going to come down. Ruffers going to get called for a hold. I don't know which of the 2 offensive linemen on this backside are going to be guilty parties as Ford picks up 10 yards on the end around.
There's another hold against the Ruffers. Flag's down at the 30, so that'll just about nullify it. It was a 10-yard gain, and now the penalty moves it back to the 20 again.
And it'll remain 1st down. So no, I don't want to say no harm done, but still penalty flags for holding don't set too well with the offensive line coach, Ryan Dvorak, along with Colin Condit.
Penalty number 5 for 45 yards already.
Delgado with the running back to his left, going to sling it out in space. Caught out on the edge. 20, 25, dancing up to about 26-yard line. Jamie Beasley finally getting his hands on the football for the first time tonight. That'll be a 5-yard pickup where it'll be second down and a nickel. Ruffers have had the majority of time of possession here in this quarter number 1, and they lead it 7-0 with 90 seconds left to go in the opening 12. Beasley and Ford will be the 2 receiver package to the quarterback's left. James is to the short side right. Delgado straight drop back looking for a little screen. Throws it underneath. It's caught on a crossover. With the catch is a new on the boundary. Little shake and bake move. 35 still on his feet before he's finally pushed out of bounds and around the what will be
Flag
the 35. But there's a penalty flag down again. Mercy sakes alive.
Hold. Yep, sure enough. Wow.
Nice effort of footwork by Nunu. But it'll be negated on another holding penalty. This one will be doing damage. It'll take it all the way back to the 10. So from the spot of the foul, which was the 20-yard line, it's all in all a 15-yard loss. The only good thing out of that deal, Nick, is it will remain second down.
Yeah, second down and 20 for the Ruffers now. More than that. Yeah, that's right. Second and 20. And got to go up to the 30 for the first down.
See how the Ruffers will line it up here.
Third holding call against the Ruffers.
Chaplin set to the left of Delgado. Kaysen out of the shotgun. Waits on the snap from Lanier. Has the catch. Going to try to throw back underneath. It's caught in space. There's a big gap. Trying to get open. This is Decaden Ford. He can't get free of everybody, but then he manages to keep his feet, and he'll get across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Turning something into much more. Decaden Ford on a 12-yard reception, and the Ruffers will have a manageable now 3rd down and 8 yards to go with about 35 seconds left here in quarter number 1.
That looked like it was going to be a big play for Ford, and one of the tacklers just got a hold of his ankle and slowed him up. Otherwise, I think Ford had been going.
See if the Ruffers will wait on the clock here to end the quarter or try to get one in before the first 12 minutes expire. Trips are out to the short side right. Delgado, empty backfield. Waits, throws across the middle. It's high, it's caught at the 35, at the 40. High steps a tackler, and then that is Avon Goodland on the reception. He'll take it from the
22
to the 43, a 21-yard pass completion. Another Kyle Edwards GMC Ruffer, first down and 10 with 5 seconds left to go here in the opening 12 minutes of action.
Gives Delgado 60 yards passing tonight now.
Ruffers will start the snap of the football, the clock, which has 5.7 seconds left. Checks over the offensive set, gives it off inside as a Chaplin through a crease. Marquise up across the 45 to the 46. He'll get 3. The horn sounds. We played 12 tonight here in the district opener at Sullins Stadium in Ponca City. The Muskogee Ruffers on an 80-yard kickoff return by Nunu James with a 7-0 advantage. Back with second quarter action after this 30-second timeout. This is Ruffer Football 2025.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Welcome back to Ponca City. Ready to go with second quarter action. Ruffers will have a 1st and 10 as time resumes. Ruffer football this season brought to you in part by Nissan of Muskogee, by ServPro of Muskogee. It's like your problems never really happen. By Broadway Manor Care and Rehabilitation Service, along with 222 Injury Lawyers. Ruffers with a good productive first 12 minutes of action, Nick, almost 10 yards per minute to play with 22 yards total offense.
Like you said, they had time of possession and they made the most of it. Got some good traction, what we talked about in pregame, getting something going. They had it going their way.
So it'll be second down and 8. As they mark the ball down short of where we had it. Now throw the ball up in space. Nice diving effort at the 40-yard line. What a rifle shot. You saw the arm strength there of Kaysen Delgado. He's able to find the receiver between defenders. That's Junior Anthony Macnack with the catch at the 40-yard line in Ponca territory. 9 up, 10 down, 19 yards on the catch. A Kyle Edwards GMC rougher, first down and 10.
So Delgado's really recovered nicely after that interception. He's hit his last 4 passes in a row.
Berryman and Beasley are to the left side. They'll play action fake, throw it back short side of the field, caught in space. And on the sideline with it is Anthony Macnack again. His reception will be a short yardage gain. Actually, a little longer than what I initially thought. They're going to mark it at the 33, so it's a 7-yard pickup on first down. Looks to be a more polished offensive package so far here tonight. Chaplin to the right of Delgado. Play action again. Throw back to Macnack again. He's being wrapped up and dropped. He'll be knocked out of bounds at around the 28-yard line. Is over quickly for the Wildcats as Jeremy Evans, but not before the gain goes from the 33 to the 28, 5 yards, resulting in another Kyle Edwards GMC Muskogee rougher, first down and 10.
Delgado closing in now on 100 yards through the air so far.
This will be the 8th play in this series. It started at the 20-yard line after the missed field goal by Ponca City. Macnack, the single receiver to the boundary short right. They put Chaplin in motion. Delgado takes the snap, waits for blockers, comes to his right, 25, and then leaps forward to near the first down marker. He'll be about a yard shy, maybe 2, getting to the 20-yard line. A pickup of 8 by Cason Delgado. Good blocking up on that offensive front. Ruffers making some offensive changes this week. JoJo Alexander, one of those offensive linemen who plays with a very high motor. He's lined up right next to Ryan Green right now at the right guard spot. Hunter Lanier over the center. And Delgado on a 2nd and 2 from the 20. Takes the snap, hands it off to Marquise. Through an initial contact at the line of scrimmage, twisting and fighting his way downfield. He'll get to the 14. That's 6 on the carry, and it's yet another Kyle Edwards GMC rougher. First down at 10. A drive that started at the 20 has now moved inside the 15 to the 13-yard line in Ponca territory, with the Ruffers leading 7-0, 10:23 to go before halftime.
Ruffers offense hitting on just about all cylinders. Just about everything they've tried so far has gotten them at least 3, 4, 5 yards, if not more.
I don't want to jinx the situation here, but this odd stack defense has not hampered the Ruffers' offensive game package. Delgado will take the snap. He'll throw the sideline route. It's caught and then dropped. Oh, it was open for a moment. Ruffers' receiver was out there. It was intended for Jamie Beasley. I think he was ready to run before he locked in on the football. That's unfortunate because that had potential touchdown written all over it.
Especially with Beasley, the way he moves once he gets the ball, it's hard to bring him down the way he jukes around.
10:03 to go before halftime. Ruffers at the Ponca City 13-yard line, trying to add their 2nd score of the night. Eleventh play in this series. Beasley and Goodland will be the pair of receivers to the left side. Tight end is to the right. Delgado going to throw it out in space. Goodland with a little shake and bake move. Eludes attacker. Got a block on the corner. Took to the end zone. Touchdown, Ruffers.
I think that was Kenyon Goodson, wasn't it?
That's Jamie Beasley on the catch. I thought it was Goodland. I thought I saw 0, but what I saw was a blur with Jamie Beasley taking the catch and got a great block from Decaden Ford, and it goes in on a 13-yard pass and run combination. Ruffers put 6 on the board with 9:56 to go before half. Nice 80-yard drive, finishing it off with a 13-yard pass from Delgado to Beasley. And now it'll be Zevelin Balalong's chore to come on and tow through the PAT. So far this season, perfect on 4 tries. Barnowski to hold. Good snap. Caught a little fake. Barnowski going to throw it out in space. Wide open for the catch. Touchdown, or 2-point conversion. Making the catch. Is that? I'm trying to see the number. I first thought it was Styler McHenry, but that's not right. But the 2-point conversion stands.
It's Macnack.
It's Anthony Macnack. Yep. Not McNack, but Macnack. And the Ruffers get 2 there, so make it a 15-0 advantage. Muskogee tonight here at Sullins Stadium in Ponca City. We'll keep it here. Gives us a chance to say, over the weekend, a lot of college football, a lot of pro football. Well, why don't you load the plate, Nick, before the game starts tomorrow with a trip out to My Place Barbecue West. If you're going to load up the plate, you want to call ahead at 683-5202, pick it up through the drive-thru window, or go inside and enjoy some great tasting barbecue. 4322 West Oak Mogi Avenue, My Place Barbecue West. Make your place My Place Barbecue.
That's right. So now the Roughers getting that offense going. That's good to see. This is just kind of the medicine the Roughers needed now at this point after 3 really tough games against class opponents.
9:56 to go before halftime. As Ballalong will kick off here. He'll pooch it toward the boundary. It'll hit and go out of bounds. That means it'll go to the 35-yard line where Ponca will get the football. End of year get-togethers, perhaps alumni recognition like Muskogee Athletics Hall of Fame does to use for their special awards. When you have that special need for something special for rewarding outstanding performance, you need Martin Updike and the team at I-40 Sports and Awards. Located on Eastside Boulevard, 812 Eastside Boulevard. Call them on Monday for discussing your needs. Martin and his team will design something that's just right for you. 682-0280 is the number to call. I-40 Sports and Awards, owned and operated by former Muskogee Refer quarterback Martin Updike.
The Wildcats start at their own 36, 1st and 10.
Trying to get to the edge. This is Shickram. He'll get to the corner and get upfield from the 36 to the 40-yard line, a pickup of
about
4 on the play. Might have been wondering why it started at the 36, because that's where the ball went out of bounds. Had it been on the opposite side of the 30 or 35, closer to the 25, it would have come to the 35-yard line.
Yep.
2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats. Johnston Burke, the junior quarterback, a returning starter from a year ago. Good arm, very mobile quarterback.
Roughers have put pressure on him, though, all night.
He'll sprint to the line of scrimmage. He'll play action pass, set up with good protection across the middle. It's high, deflected around, and INT! Oh, it was deflected. I think it was Coda, and then off the arms of another player, and then Muskogee is able to grab onto it and get the Yoski.
Arias Parrish makes the interception.
So the interception by the Roughers. A turnover against Ponca. The Roughers will get the ball at the 49-yard line in their own end of the field. So now, Nick, it's time to drive the nail in the coffin, so to speak. After a turnover, go make the opponent pay.
Get the ball down the field.
Might see a situation here where the Roughers try to come some of the big strike play.
Yep.
Good to see that offensive line providing some running room and also some good protection for Cason Delgado. The junior quarterback in his second start of the season. Snap is back. Play action. Delgado with protection. Going to go for the long ball. Trying to run underneath it. Down the field. Open at the 10, the 5, and tackled at the 2. There is DK. DeCaden Ford had a huge strike. A 49-yard pass and run combination. Cason Delgado laying it over the outstretched hand of 2 defenders, and Ford with the catch. They'll mark him down at the 3. 1st and goal to go.
48 yards on the play. DeCaden Ford was, I won't say wide open, but he had a really good angle on the defender.
Give a little credit, too, to the quarterback because he put a lot of mustard on that hot dog and delivered it right in the center of the bun. 1st and goal to go. Chaplin now with the running back spot to the right of Delgado. Casey will hand it off to Marquise. He'll slip between tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown, Muskogee. After the INT, 2 plays, 51 yards, finished by Marquise Chaplin for the rushing touchdown. The Roughers have pushed it to a 21-0 advantage here with 8:42 to go before the end of the first half.
That's what we've wanted to see. That week off helped. Playing a lesser opponent this week for a change has been nice. Haven't had people in our face all night. When Delgado's wanted to pass, he's had plenty of time to do it for the most part.
Indeed he has. So now it'll be Barnowski to put a knee on the turf at the 10. He'll hold. See what Ballalong will attempt to do here. You know, the Wildcats got to be expecting a 2-point conversion as the Roughers did it a moment ago. Snap is back, kicks on the way, and it splits the uprights good. 8:42 left before halftime. Roughers leading by double deuces, 22-0. Back to Sullins Stadium in Ponca City in 30 seconds on Rougher TV and KTFX.
A super time to buy September savings at J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. Buy a new Silverado 1500, take 10,000 off MSRP. Shop over 60 used from $16,965. September savings top the list. Don't overpay. Come see Jay. New Silverado 10 grand off. Over 60 used from $16,965. At J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. 144 West Shawnee.
Taking advantage of what's given you. Ruffers with an INT, and 2 plays later have, with the help of a 48-yard pass play from Delgado to Decaden Ford, a 3-yard touchdown run by Marquise Chaplin. It's a 22-0 ball game.
Well, they did exactly what we thought, took advantage of that interception and went for the long ball.
Well, the clock only says 21, Nick, but it should be 22. Here's the kick by Ballalong, a deep one. Wildcats will field it just short of the goal line. They'll run a little trickeration on a reverse, trying to get to the outside of their edge. Ruffers stayed at home and forced the play out of bounds. Good effort that time by Muskogee.
Berryman with a nice running it down. Good speed by the Ruffers.
On the return, that's Cortez Roland Barton. And Ponca will start where, Dick? Where are they going to mark the ball? At the 20?
I don't know if they even got to the...
That's where they're going to put it.
Yeah, maybe. No, they're going to put it at the 17, 18.
All in all at the 18-yard line, but that's a win for the special teams there with 8:31 left.
Now let's see what the Wildcats are going to do here. Justin Rowland, not much has worked for them so far.
Not so far. Stack up everybody to the left, direct snap the football. The Ruffers just punished the ground game, got into the backfield and into the face of the ball carrier that time, which was Inelda Rogers, sophomore tailback. Might have actually been stopped shy of the line of scrimmage. He actually going to lose a yard, Nick.
Courtney Nash also on a tackle for the Ruffers, playing defense tonight.
Nash is 6'1", 215-pound sophomore.
Yeah, they do lose a yard back to the 17.
So now twin receivers who will go wide right and to the left. As Burke will stand out of the pistol. He'll stand up straight, look to throw across the middle. This one's short on a pass that's intended upfield. Trying to throw it in the direction of Bam Bam Coleman, but the ball short hops and skips off the turf, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and long for the Wildcats, exactly the position that Travis Bryant and his defensive troops trying to establish here tonight.
Big play here for the Wildcats. If they don't convert here, then they're going to give the Ruffers back the ball in pretty good field position.
Play call from the sideline. Burke comes in with it, checking the wristband. He'll now put trips out wide to the right side. Might look for that little underneath bubble screen. Out of the gun. Pressure right up the heart across the middle. It's long and way overthrown. Looking for Alonzo Big Goose, who was being defended by Caden Harkin. Or Kenyon Goodson, rather.
So they'll have to punt it again, and the Ruffers will get it back somewhere around midfield.
You would expect to have pretty good field situation. 7:45 now. They've adjusted the extra digit on the scoreboard. Not that I'm scoreboard watching here, Nick, but you want every point you can. And it'll be the young freshman Quade Anderson to stand around his own 2-yard line waiting on a snap. Ruffers trying to get everybody off, but I think they're going to have too many men on the field.
Yep.
Or nope, Muskogee called for a timeout. They knew what was happening, about to happen, and that would have provided an automatic penalty that would have given a first down, but it'll be a timeout from the Muskogee Ruffers. We'll take the break, pausing 30 seconds, 7:35 to go before the halftime intermission. 22-0 Muskogee over Ponca City. Back in 30 seconds on Ruffer TV.
Ugh, my brother and sister left me again. They went back to school. Can you believe that? But don't worry, they still call me every morning, thanks to their brand new phones from Bravado Wireless. My sister even dropped hers in the pool. But Bravado's trade-in help has her covered. And my brother, he's flexing with the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like, how cool is that? Mom and Dad got deals too. Bravado's unlimited plan saved the whole family money.
Out of the timeout, Ponca City on a 4th and 11, forcing to punt. Anderson standing inside his 10 and hesitates for a moment and got the kick away. And it'll be fielded on the run up across the 35, high-stepping one tackler and bringing it with second and undeniable third efforts. That on the return is Kenyon Goodson. He'll take it all the way to the Ponca 25-yard line. And again, Nick, the Ruffers almost got to that punt block.
They've had several, and let's see, there's a flag down back there in the backfield, too.
May have been.
Nope, they picked it up, apparently.
They said it was deflected, so there'll be no flag, and the Ruffers will have 1st and 10 at the Ponca 25-yard line. 7:23 to go here before halftime. At the halftime break, we'll have our standard halftime celebration, recognizing another teacher of the game, sponsored by TTCU. But then we give you a chance to meet the boss of Ruffer girls basketball, Eric Holmes, and he has got a cast of playmakers. Should be an exciting basketball season in the village.
Should be a good one for the Ruffer girls, at least, for sure.
From the 25-yard line, trying to find another points before the intermission break. Ruffers with Cason Delgado at the quarterback spot. Marquise Chaplin, the running back. Now they'll bring forward in motion. They'll counter, give it off inside to Chaplin, run straight into the blue-shirted defender, but he got forward progress. Going to get about 2 yards on the carry. Linebacking core in that 3-3 stack. Ryan Olvera and Jose Herrera making the tackle. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 yards to go as the clock ticks under 7 minutes left to go before the halftime break.
Don't forget, next week, homecoming for the Ruffers. Putnam City West will be in. Another day out for school for the 2nd year in a row.
And a big homecoming day parade in downtown Muskogee. Now 2 wide receivers out to the left. Delgado takes the snap, throws it out in space. Beasley with the catch, had a block from Ford on the boundary to 15, down the side rope. Just couldn't keep the toes inside the painted sideline, but he takes it all the way to the 10-yard line. That's 13 yards on the pass and run completion. And another Kyle Edwards GMC Ruffer, 1st down and 10.
167 yards passing now for Delgado.
Mason Fine's got to be smiling from ear to ear because this is the type of offense he's dreamed of all season long. So 1st and goal to go. They'll actually put it at the 9, Nick. So add 1 more yard to Delgado's passing totals. 1st and goal to go. Ponca City going to have to hustle to get this 11th player out on the field. Delgado with Barnowski as an H-back on the right side of that offensive front. We'll hand it off inside to Marquise. He'll step left and fight his way downfield to about the 7 maybe.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. 2 yards gained.
2nd down and goal. 6:23 and counting here before halftime. Ruffer football in 2025 brought to you by Century 21 First Choice Realty. Monica Medley is the broker there. By Runts Barbecue, Pioneer Abstract, and Excel Physical Therapy. 2nd and goal from the 7. Delgado handing off. Huge hole up the middle. Marquise finding his way between blockers, slicing off to the right. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown on a 7-yard run. Chaplin's 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
Not even hardly touched on that play. Good hole opened up by the Ruffer offensive line, and Chaplin just strolled into the end zone on that one.
That makes it 28-0 with the PAT to follow. It has been a first half that has been dominated by the Ruffers. On this last Friday night of September, the first football of fall. Snap back to Barnowski. Kick is away. It looks good, and it is good. Zeppelin ball along remains perfect on the year, and the Ruffers have made it a 29-0 advantage with 5:58 left before half. Back in 30 seconds, you're watching and listening to Ruffer football in 2025.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers throughout Muskogee County since 1905. Serving banks, mortgage companies, and mortgage brokers with refinancing, purchase, 1031 tax-deferred exchanges, along with full escrow services and more. Pioneer Abstract offers the convenience of centralized services for escrow accounts, title insurance, and title searches. Pioneer Abstract, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow at 412 West Broadway in downtown Muskogee, or call Pioneer Abstract at 683-2904.
Just a couple of seconds, under 6 minutes left to go before the halftime break. Nick, so far the Ruffers have, in the opening 2 quarters of play, have scored 29 points. That's more than they totaled in the 3 games prior to tonight.
Yeah, rough. They've scored on their last 3 possessions, so they're rolling pretty well offensively.
Ball along to kick off now for Muskogee, and Ponca City with a deep hole might have to alter their ball control type offense. Here's a short pooch kick. Actually, a little deeper, and it's going to go out of bounds. This one will be brought out to the 35. but it takes away any kick return possibility. 5:58 to play before halftime with the Muskogee Ruffers in front. I mentioned the change of season and the falling of the leaves. Have you seen any in your front or backyard?
In my yard.
Yeah, they're starting to fall. Well, that's when you're going to need Antonio Zapata and his crew at Zapata Lawn and Tree Service to come and keep your place looking spick and span. Need to trim a few branches off the tree before the fall weather gets here? That's when you need Antonio. He'll bring out the big bucket truck, take care of all those needs. Look him up on Facebook for more details. Antonio Zapata and Zapata Lawn and Tree. Proud to be a part of Rougher football again in 2025.
Officials have to move the ball again. Put it at the 30 to begin with. So now at the 35, let's see what kind of strategy the Wildcats will try to employ here, Justin Rowland's crew.
Burke now will shift over the package off balance, under balance. Going to direct snap the ball to the running back and use that wall of blockers in front to push the line of scrimmage up to about the 40-yard line. That's going to be Inelda Rogers on the carry. He'll get 5 on the first downs. Well, that's just power football there, Nick.
It was, because he did have all those blockers out in front of him. That helped, but it moves the ball up to the 40.
Was able to stop that one. Really interesting to watch this defensive lineup. They're now in a linebacker spot here on the outside edge, 27. That's Sir Jose into action for the first time. Like, little counter action inside. Ruffers corral it with a strong arm reach around. I think that's Von Holt that got the grab.
Coming kind of off from behind that play.
It was Hayden Von Holt, 6'4", 255-pound senior.
Loses a yard on the play.
Brings up another third down situation for the Wildcats, who have not had much success throughout the first quarter and 7 minutes here tonight at Sullins Stadium in Ponca.
Well, he got about 20 yards in offense so far in his half.
Wildcats checking the plays, trying to make sure they get the right formation set up. Trips will be out wide to the right. Single receiver is to the numbers left. Burke will take the snap, throw underneath. This one's out on the edge and caught. And tackle made as they're making the catch. Ryder Trepton. A little quick release and a nice catch by Trepton. He's across the 45 to the 47. That'll be good enough for a Ponca. First down and 10.
One of the longer plays of the night for the Wildcats.
6-yard pickup. From the 39 or 39 to the 45.
47 actually is where they spotted.
Okay, they move it up 2 yards. All right. So all in all, make it a snowman's gain of 8 yards. Sugar huddle, rush everybody to the line of scrimmage. Take motion, hand it off inside, and the Ruffers have too many white shirts ready and waiting for the ball carrier. On the carry for the Wildcats, Lance Arbana, a tight end who lined up in that formation, taking the handoff. That play got absolutely nothing. Fortunate spot at the line of scrimmage. Ruffer interior defenders have done a good job against this, what Dale Conant and his coaching staff described as the sugar huddle. Now an empty backfield for Johnston Burke. He'll take the snap, run it himself, straight ahead off the right side of the offensive front, getting about 3 yards on the carry and bringing up another third down situation.
JoJo Alexander there along with Arias Parrish right at midfield.
Interesting to see how AP, Arias Parrish, who was our guest in our pregame countdown to kickoff segment, get to know the Ruffers. His physicality is fun to watch at that linebacker spot. He's been the leading tackler on the year for the Ruffers, having played in only 2 of the 3 games so far this season. Now Burke out of the shotgun, drops back in the pocket, throws up high, caught at the 45 and knocked out of bounds. This will be a spot placement. It's going to be right at just, to call it the 45. That's going to be short of the line to gain. Got 5, needed 7 to move the sticks, and now it's a decision time for Justin Rowland, and down 29-0, Nick. There's really not much of a gamble here.
No.
3:14, and the clock stopped as the play went out of bounds. Big opportunity for Muskogee to flex its defensive muscles. Heavy package to the line of scrimmage. Burke to put motion. The Ruffers jump off sides. Oh, everybody was coming. JoJo was ready to go, but he couldn't hold the reins tight enough. He jumps offside. That 5-yard penalty will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Muskogee 40-yard line. So now, with the clock showing 3:14 here to go before halftime, Burke with the running back, Big Goose to his left, takes the snap at his knees. The pressure comes up the middle, the ball thrown way downfield. It's caught by Shickram in front of the defender. That's a well-oiled play. Decaden Ford trying to give coverage, but Shickram on the catch on the post pattern. He makes the grab at the 5-yard line, a 35-yard pass completion, where it's now 1st down and goal to go. This drive started back at the 35. This will be the 8th snap in this series.
Well, the Wildcats could use this one here after being pummeled so far.
Don't want to lose your focus defensively if you are the Ruffers. Let's see if Ponca will try to pound and ground. The snap will go directly to the running back, and Ruffers expecting that.
That's Big Goose. He gets maybe a yard or two.
Called the forward progress to the 4. Koda Bardowski, first Ruffer defender to get there. Clock with 2:35 and counting before halftime. Don't forget Teacher of the Week, brought to you by TTCU, and then a special halftime guest, a visit with Ruffer girls basketball boss Eric Holmes. That coming your way during halftime on Ruffer Football 2025. 2nd and goal to go for the Wildcats. Again, get that 10-man group quickly to the line of scrimmage. Direct snap again. Ruffers trying to fight off blockers, but there's too much muscle in the forward progress. Ponca City going to allow Alonzo Big Goose to power his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, the home crowd likes that one, as they've seen their team kind of get discouraged here in this first half, and so they get a little bit of payback here and get some points on the board.
2:06 to play before end of half. And on to try the point after touchdown will be Tucker Love, the young freshman. High snap, the ball's on the tee, the kick is up, and it is good. 2:06 to go before half, 29-7, Ruffers in front of Ponca City. Back to Sullins Stadium in 30 seconds on Ruffer Football 2025.
Brunt's Barbecue serves up hand-rubbed, slow-cooked goodness. Anytime you're feeding a few hundred, hey, we're just tailgating with friends. Call the experts, Brunt's Barbecue. Ribs, brisket, burnt ends, mouth-watering hot link, and smoked chicken, where everything is made from scratch, from the barbecue sauce to the banana pudding. Give us a try, and you won't be disappointed. Brunt's Barbecue, 918-681-3900. Brunt's Barbecue, slow-cooked goodness in Muskogee.
Back at Sullins Stadium, Ponca City Wildcats used 9 plays to cover 65 yards. You might say the big play was the toss to Shickram, but perhaps more importantly, Nick, the big play was what?
That offsides penalty that the Ruffers had. They had them on a 3rd down, and the penalty gave them that 1st down, and on the next play, they hit the long bomb.
So a touchdown for Ponca City. Their first score of the night makes it 2:06 to go before halftime, and a 29-7 encounter here in this district opener.
Goodson and Nunu back. James back deep for the Ruffers.
Nunu showed his fleet feet on the opening kickoff as he took it back 80 yards for a touchdown. Here's the approaching kick. They'll punch it deep. Kick it to Goodson. He'll field it at the 10. Looking for a wall of blockers at the 20, 25 on the edge, splits a gap at the 30, and then gets wrapped up and taken to the turf and then piled on top of, and it'll be at the 31-yard line.
Christian Ramirez making the tackle for the Wildcats at the 31.
See if the Ruffers can well oil the machine for the final minute 57. Speaking of machines, Nick, I know a lot of people struggle with sleep apnea, which often leads to CPAP devices. And if that's your case, if you're not sleeping well, you might want to talk to the doc about a CPAP machine. And when you need that type of medical equipment or any other medical equipment, that's when you need your friends at Alpine Medical Supply in Muskogee, located at 1602 North Main. Check out all the medical equipment and supplies that you may need with Alpine Medical Supply, 682-7773. Here's the direct snap. Going to Delgado. He hands it off to Marquise Chaplin, who tries to find a little running room. He might have got a pair to the 33-yard line.
Excuse me, go ahead.
I was going to say, good tackle by Talon DeWeese, the sophomore linebacker.
7 carries for 25 yards for Chaplin tonight and a pair of touchdowns.
Ruffers in no hurry, Nick, here, trying to leave no time should they have to punt the football. Now, Jamie Beasley will be out between the hash and the numbers on the left. To Caden Ford inside. Direct snap back to Delgado. Drops back, throws it high. Caught by Nunu, 35. Keanu at the 40 on the outside. He'll break across the 40 and get up to about the 43-yard line. That's a 10-yard pass and run combination. Stopping the clock with 1:13 to go and setting up another Kyle Edwards GMC Muskogee Rougher first down at 10. You call that phrase multiple times tonight.
Yep.
Now again, Twins come out wide to the right this time. Delgado takes the snap. Good protection. Looking to throw deep. Throws in between. Open is Nunu. 40, 35. Blocker in front. Split the gap. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. No laundry. 6 more points for the Muskogee Ruffers.
57-yard pass play.
Yards after catch. Yak, yak, yakety yak. Ruffers piling them up in bunches tonight. Another touchdown toss. Cason Delgado to Nunu James. And the Ruffers strike quickly, using only 3 plays to go 69 yards to make it a 35-7 encounter with 1:02 to go before halftime.
And that puts Delgado well over 200 yards passing now in this first half.
Solid opening 2 quarters of play offensively for the Ruffers. And a confidence-building first half for the junior quarterback, and Nunu showing why Ruffer coaches were anxious to get him the football. Snaps down, fumbled snap, and Ruffers will pick it up, and a play will be nullified. So the extra point will be missed, and it'll be 35-7 after the timeout. 1:02 to go before the halftime break. Ruffers with a 4-score advantage as we approach halftime. Back in 30 seconds on Ruffer Football 2025.
In sports, having the right winning strategy is often the difference between winning and losing. The same is true when you need legal representation. For more than 15 years, the law offices of Michael A. Finnerty have successfully provided the winning strategy with excellence and integrity for the people of the Muskogee area in matters of personal injury, social security disability, and workers' compensation issues. The law office, Muskogee trusts Michael A. Finnerty, ready to develop a winning strategy. Michael A. Finnerty, 436 Court Street in Muskogee. Call 687-1155. Online at finnertylaw.com.
Back at Sullins Stadium in Ponca City, Ruffers chewing up offensive yardage by the numbers, by the bunches.
Ruffers will have somewhere around 350 yards in offense this first half.
And 35 points on the scoreboard to show for it.
Number 3, Ryder Swepton, back to return.
Swepton is the man back deep to wait the kick from Balalong. Z will approach. He'll bounce this one off the turf. It'll take a high hop, roll around, bouncing free. Ponca City will hustle to smother it at the 28-yard line. Well, you saw the kicking strength of Zebulon. I mean, he bounced that ball off the turf, Nick.
Yep.
Looks like me trying to stop a chip shot out in the middle of the highway. It doesn't stick. The gain will be at the 28-yard line where Ponca will pick it up, having gained some momentum a moment ago, having gone the 65-yard for their first score tonight, but the Ruffers erase any thoughts of that.
Let's see if Justin Rowland will be fairly conservative deep in his own territory here. Kind of go back into the locker room and regroup at halftime.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage on a 1st and 10, fumble snap. Quarterback going to pick it up and save disaster. He'll lose maybe a yard or 2 back from the 28 to the 26, it looks like. Clock showing 50 seconds to go before halftime. Ruffers have 2 timeouts left. They might opt to use those here, Nick.
I wouldn't think so. I think Dale Connett's got to be pretty pleased with where things stand right now.
See what Ponca will opt to do as they sprint to the line of scrimmage. Bring motion around, quick pitch, trying to get to the corner. There's just no place to run for Bam Bam Coleman.
Trey Jackson on the tackle.
He'll get stopped at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down and 12. The clock will stop with 19.7 seconds, and the Ruffers did call a timeout. That gives us a chance to remind you, the way the Ruffers have been picking up yards, Nick. Sometimes you're looking to find a new place to reside. Maybe you're looking for a new home. Maybe you're needing to sell some land. Maybe you've had a need to get rid of some family property. Well, when you need real estate exchanges, you need somebody that knows the ins and outs of the business and knows how to take care of all the little details that sometimes can slip through the homeowner or the property owner's mind. That's when you need Monica Medley and her team at Century 21 First Choice Realty. If you're looking to rent a home, Monica Medley and her team have all the latest listings. Check out them online, and you could also give them a call. Monica Medley and her team at Century 21 First Choice Realty's professionals in the real estate world and ready and waiting to help you.
So 3rd and long for the Wildcats. 3rd and 11 from their own 27. Ruffers preserve a little timeout.
Still have one remaining, too, if Ponca can't pick up the first down sticks. They've got to go all the way out to the 38-yard line to advance the chains. Been impressed with the way this defensive front has reacted. James Hawes is in now at a defensive spot. Run a little play action series. Burke trying to roll to his right, throwing in space. Nice grab. This is
Stripton, I think.
Ryder Stripton on the catch. He kind of got between the creases and makes the grab and takes it all the way up to the 43-yard line. That'll be a 17-yard pass play and a 1st and 10. And now Ponca City's going to take a timeout. So we'll do the same. We'll take the break with 12.9 seconds to go before halftime. 35-7, Ruffers on top. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ruffer Football 2025.
Pain is temporary, pride is forever. At Excel Therapy, we want to be your athlete's advocate for excellence. We offer treatment methods that focus on strengthening muscles and improving flexibility to improve your overall performance. And when injury sets in, Excel Therapy can aid in the recovery process. We know it's important to get back in the game, so trust the comeback experts, Excel Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. With 16 locations and no physician referral required, you can begin healing today. Look for us online at exceltherapyok.com.
12.9 seconds left. Ponca City taking the timeout. Trying to make something happen here on perhaps what could be the final play of this opening 2 quarters.
See if they have some kind of trick play up their sleeve.
Twin receivers left and right. Burke back in the pocket, dancing around, throwing across the middle. He short hops the pass, trying to throw it in the direction of Bam Bam Coleman. That'll stop the clock, however, with 9.2 seconds left to go. Ruffers need some insurance here, Nick. They need some defensive insurance.
They do.
And when you need insurance, for whatever your need may be, maybe it's a car, maybe you purchased a new car and you want to make sure you got the right coverage, that's when you need my friend, David Cobb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to handle all your insurance needs, whether it's property, whether it's life insurance, health insurance, whatever your insurance questions might be, David Cobb's got the answer. Give him and his team a call at 918-682-2511. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Insurance agent David Cobb. 2nd and 10 now with 9 seconds to go. Straight drop back. Burke under some pressure, dancing around, trying to find space, throws it up for grabs. That's incomplete. Fortunate to get it away. The clock stops quickly, Nick. So back-to-back incomplete passes. And Ponca will have one more opportunity here before the halftime break.
4.6 seconds showing on the clock left.
Wildcats do have 2 timeouts remaining should head coach Justin Rowland opt to call his players over to make sure they get the right personnel.
Sure, we'll see
They'd like to get the ball downfield perhaps to give their place kicker, Tucker Love, a shot, but that's going to take some clock management of magnificent fashion.
I think they're just going to try to opt for that pass over the middle again, maybe deep.
Burke with an empty backfield, takes the knee-high snap, drops back, throws on the slant across the middle. This is Shickram at the 45 and upper territory. Goes to a knee, as they say, the knee touched at the 43, and the whistle sound, and that'll be the end of the opening 2 quarters of play. So a gain by Ponca City, but the clock expires. We've come to halftime. 35-7 Muskogee in control tonight here at Ponca at Sullins Stadium. We're going to take this time out. When we come back, it'll be time to honor this week's TTCU Teacher of the Game. That after this break, you're watching and listening to Rougher Football 2025.
Folks, Kyle Edwards, GMC in Muskogee. I was born and raised in Muskogee. Our family has owned the GMC dealership for over 50 years. We take great pride in being in the Muskogee community. Things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same, our desire to take care of our customers. Looking for a new GMC truck or SUV? We've got them, and you have our commitment to give you the best buying experience around. From sales, parts, or service, we are here for you. You have my promise to give you the best selection, best price, and the most for your trade-in at 1600 North Main in Muskogee or KyleEdwardsGMC.com.
The world of education is driven by numbers. So is the one company more schools and universities call on when fire or water damage strikes. 1-800-SERVPRO. The number one choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
When it matters most. The name to remember? ServPro of Muskogee. 918-913-4490. Online at servpro.com.
There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com. There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com.
Proudly serving the elderly of the Muskogee community, Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center is a skilled nursing facility empowering better living through long-term care as well as many other respite care options. And coming soon to Broadway, the Memory Care Unit. At Broadway Care Rehabilitation, the amazing therapy department can help you or your loved one get back on their feet. Contracted with most major insurances, follow them on Facebook and see many of the enriching activities offered to the residents. Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center, proud to support the Muskogee Roughers.
Have you been injured as the result of a car accident? Has your family been impacted by the death of a loved one caused by someone else's negligence? Whatever you're dealing with, you don't have to face it alone. At 222 Injury Lawyers, our dedicated personal injury attorneys are here to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. Call 918-528-0222.
In times of need, it's comforting to see faces of people you know and trust. Cornerstone Funeral Home in Muskogee cherishes the opportunity to be there for you and your family in life's most challenging times when friends are most important. Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. Experience the difference. Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York in Muskogee, where you'll find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Time to honor this week's TTCU Federal Credit Union Teacher of the Game. A fan of the Roughers? Without a question, Mr. Brian Bunch, a true fan of Muskogee. Mr. Bunch is in his 7th year at Muskogee High School, where he continues to teach ethical leadership classes for career tech students. A native of Spiro, Mr. Bunch graduated from the Eastern Oklahoma High School in 2003 before completing his undergraduate degree at Northeastern State University, where he majored in accounting, and he continues to pursue his educational credits, working on his master's degree currently from Southeastern State University. Anyone who knows Brian Bunch can easily see that he definitely enjoys life. His wife, DeAmber, is a principal in the Muskogee Public School System, a father of 5 kids. He's got one playing college basketball at Cal University. That's his oldest, Chris. The other 4, of course, his daughters Kylie and Layla, the cherished 2 girls of the Bunch collection, and then 2 boys, Cash and Legend. Always on the go, Mr. Bunch is current president of the Muskogee chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi, and he's also serving as pastor of Shady Grove Church near Roland. With a definite competitive spirit, Brian Bunch says he enjoys playing dominoes with family and friends, and he says, "I like to win." When asked what he enjoys the most about the opportunity of teaching today's students, he didn't hesitate. Brian Bunch says, "The opportunity to get an everyday reward through the ability to encourage and uplift my students, helping them to accept everyday challenges and grow with them, to see them understand that today's current condition is not their conclusion of life." His approach to every day is to always be pouring something back into the Muskogee community to create a better opportunity for others.
My name is Brian Bunch. I am been a teacher here at Muskogee Public Schools for 7 years. I've been here a total of 8 years. The thing that I love about Rougher Nation is the impact being able to make on students, to be able to engage with them and empower them, as well as see them lead successful lives. So thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate being the Teacher of the Week. Go Ruffers.
TTCU for supporting our outstanding educators in the Muskogee Public School System. Please join us in congratulating this week's TTCU Federal Credit Union Teacher of the Game, Brian Bunch, who's now a candidate for TTCU Rougher Football Teacher of the Year honors. Those will be announced during the final regular season game at home on November 8th at Rougher Village. Congratulations, Brian Bunch, this week's TTCU Federal Credit Union Teacher of the Game. 35-7 Muskogee Roughers. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, it'll be a chance for you to get to know the new boss of women's basketball at Muskogee High School. Eric Holmes will talk with me in a visit we had earlier this week at Rougher Village. But first, this time out on Rougher Football 2025.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
A super time to buy September savings at J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. Buy a new Silverado 1500, take $10,000 off MSRP. Shop over 60 used from $16,965. September savings top the list. Don't overpay. Come see Jay. New Silverado, $10,000 off. Over 60 used from $16,965. To J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. 144 West Shawnee.
Ugh, my brother and sister left me again. They went back to school. Can you believe that? But don't worry, they still call me every morning, thanks to their brand new phones from Bravado Wireless. My sister even dropped hers in the pool, but Bravado's trade-in help has her covered. And my brother, he's flexing with the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like, how cool is that? Mom and Dad got deals too. Bravado's unlimited plan saved the whole family money.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers throughout Muskogee County since 1905. Serving banks, mortgage companies, and mortgage brokers with refinancing, purchase, 1031 tax-deferred exchanges, along with full escrow services and more. Pioneer Abstract offers the convenience of centralized services for escrow accounts, title insurance, and title searches. Pioneer Abstract, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow at 412 West Broadway in downtown Muskogee, or call Pioneer Abstract at 683-2904.
Runt's Barbecue serves up hand-rubbed, slow-cooked goodness. Anytime you're feeding a few hundred, hey, we're just tailgating with friends. Call the experts. Runt's Barbecue. Ribs, brisket, burnt ends, mouth-watering hot link, and smoked chicken, where everything is made from scratch, from the barbecue sauce to the banana pudding. Give us a try, and you won't be disappointed. Runt's Barbecue, 918-681-3900. Runt's Barbecue, slow-cooked goodness in Muskogee.
In sports, having the right winning strategy is often the difference between winning and losing. The same is true when you need legal representation. For more than 15 years, the law offices of Michael E. Finnerty have successfully provided the winning strategy with excellence and integrity for the people of the Muskogee area in matters of personal injury, social security disability, and workers' compensation issues. The law office, Muskogee trusts Michael A. Finnerty, ready to develop a winning strategy. Michael A. Finnerty, 436 Court Street in Muskogee. Call 687-1155. Online at finnertylaw.com.
Halftime of Muskogee Rougher football in Ponca City, but earlier this week we got inside the village, the home of the Muskogee Rougher girls basketball program, and right beside me is the head coach of the Lady Roughers, Eric Holmes. Welcome to the Rougher Village. I am so excited about the upcoming basketball season. I know you are.
Yes, I am. We are extremely excited. You know, new faces, new look. I think we're going to have a complete team to do something special this season.
But you've got some highly touted players. One of them goes to your house every night. night. But there's another one that's now eligible to play for the Ruffers, and those two, along with everybody else that's putting on the green and white, are bringing a lot of skill to the floor.
Yes, sir. And there's actually three that goes back to the high school. Yeah. You know, so the oldest, of course, Inaya Holmes, she does a fantastic job. She's been with me throughout her whole high school career. She's coming back from that injury, but 2 years in, she's getting stronger, she's getting better. She's still number 4 in the state in her class of 2026. And then we also have Alexis. She's going to be with us. She's the younger one. She's a 10th grader, and she's number 1 in her class of 2028, and she does a fantastic job, holds a lot of Division I offers and stuff like that. And we are extremely excited to have Cachet eligible and ready to play for us this year, just because she, of course, at Booker T, she was Miss Basketball, so she brings what she learned over there to here, and then just join together. I think we're going to have an awesome season.
What's been your first job as head basketball coach to put all these pieces together? Because you've got some individual talent, but it just has to still mesh as a 5-player group, or sometimes 7, 8 players deep.
You know what, I think because we played this summer, we had such a successful summer, those girls have played together already this summer for a while, and so the team camps and stuff like that, at first it was rough, and then we started meshing. So as the season goes along, we should get better and better. Everybody should know what everybody's doing, defensively, offensively, and I feel like that's going to benefit a lot, being that we already played this summer and did pretty well.
Yeah, you did very well in the team camps, up against the biggest teams in the state, and held your own, almost won basically every ballgame, if I can recall.
We did. We won the RU team camp, which that's a great team camp. Went out to OU. We went out to Kansas City for a showcase, and we did well out there too, against some top teams that probably won their state tournament in Arkansas and Kansas and stuff like that. So we're excited, and I think as long as we stay healthy, with the other pieces, I didn't talk about the other pieces that we have. You know, we have a good 7 or 8 core group of girls that's going to be pretty exciting to watch.
What do you want Ruffer basketball fans to know that when the season tips off after the 1st of December, they're going to see an exciting brand of basketball?
I want them to know that, hey, we want to get your support. I want you to come out and support the girls, so that way you know what we're all about, and not only just for the community, you know, the kids that's watching us. We want to hold a high standard. That way, if you want to join the program, if you're at the feeder schools and stuff like that, you're excited about playing. So we want to make sure we not only academically and basketball-wise, but just be great, outstanding citizens. You know, so that's important for us.
You've been very busy, not only with your varsity group and JV here at the high school, but you and your staff have been equally as involved on the lower levels building that program.
This is highly important for me as coming in new first year. You got to start from the ground up. You know, so it's important to have great coaches in place for your feeder schools, your 6th and 7th and 8th grade, because that's what sets the foundation for success, further success. Not only the success we may have this year, but just every year getting a group of girls that want to compete at a high level.
Eric Holmes talking about the prospects for success in 2025-26 girls basketball season. That'll be starting just around the corner. At halftime, Muskogee in front of Ponca City, 35-7. We'll take a halftime break, and when we come back, Nick will have a recap of all the numbers that have been aplenty for the Muskogee Ruffers tonight here against the Wildcats at Sullins Stadium. Back with more after this 1-minute timeout on Ruffer Football 2025.
Pain is temporary, pride is forever. At Excel Therapy, we want to be your athlete's advocate for excellence. We offer treatment methods that focus on strengthening muscles and improving flexibility to improve your overall performance. And when injury sets in, Excel Therapy can aid in the recovery process. We know it's important to get back in the game, so trust the comeback experts, Excel Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. With 16 locations and no physician referral required, you can begin healing today. Look for us online at exceltherapyok.com.
Folks, Kyle Edwards, GMC in Muskogee. I was born and raised in Muskogee. Our family has owned the GMC dealership for over 50 years. We take great pride in being in the Muskogee community. Things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same, our desire to take care of our customers. Looking for a new GMC truck or SUV? We've got them, and you have our commitment to give you the best buying experience around. From sales, parts, or service, we are here for you. You have my promise to give you the best selection, best price, and the most for your trade-in at 1600 North Main in Muskogee or KyleEdwardsGMC.com.
Welcome back to Sullins Stadium in Ponca City this evening, where the Muskogee Roughers lead the Ponca City Wildcats in the opening game of district play tonight. 35-7, the Roughers on top of this one fairly easily. Taking a look at the stats here in the first half, Roughers had 9 first downs in the first half. They rushed the ball 13 times for 100 yards, 12 of 15 passing for Cason Delgado, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception on the night, 235 yards through the air tonight for Delgado. So 335 yards total offense for Muskogee in the first half. They had no fumbles, and they had 7 penalties, which is probably going to raise a few eyebrows in the locker room. 7 penalties for 60 yards on the Roughers. Delgado's the leading rusher so far tonight. He has 4 carries for 57 yards. And Nunu James, the leading receiver, he has 2 grabs for 67 yards, including that one long touchdown, or not touchdown, but long pass of 57 yards for the Roughers that set them up inside the 5. For the Ponca City Wildcats, they had 6 first downs, 19 rushes for just 26 yards on the ground, so the Roughers doing a good job there. They had 8 of 15 passing for quarterback Johnston Burke for 90 yards. Excuse me, so 116 total yards in offense for the Wildcats in the first half. No fumbles. They had just 1 penalty in the first half for 10 yards. And the leading receiver and the leading rusher so far tonight is Colt Shukram for the Wildcats. He has 3 rushes for 10 yards, and he has 3 pass receptions for 55 yards on the night. So one man with both leading stats for the Wildcats tonight. Taking a look kind of at the highlights of the first half, the Roughers started the game receiving the opening kickoff, and Nunu James electrified, or dismayed as you might expect, the home crowd tonight as he returned the opening kickoff 80 yards. The kick was kind of a line drive. It was tipped by one of the up men and was picked up by Nunu around the 20. Went to the outside, got a couple of blocks, and scattered down the right sideline for 80 yards and a touchdown. And just like that, with 12 seconds gone in the game, the Roughers were up 7-0. The Roughers then, the teams exchanged punts a couple of times. Roughers went for it on a 4th down and came up short at the 10-yard line. So Ponca City got 1 first down. They had to punt the ball back away. And then they got a break as the Eric Moore intercepted a pass for the Wildcats and returned it all the way down to the Muskogee 12-yard line, with the Wildcats looking pretty, but the Roughers defense held, gave them only 3 yards in 3 tries, and they missed on a 27-yard field goal. So it still remains 7-0 Roughers. Muskogee took over at the 20 and put together probably their best drive of the night, 80 yards and 11 plays. Delgado going to Jamie Beasley for the final 13 yards and the score. 2-point conversion was good, and with just under 10 minutes to play in the first half, Roughers led it by a score of 15-0. On the next possession, the Wildcats threw an interception as Arias Parrish picked one off from Muskogee. The Roughers quickly capitalized on it as they took just 2 plays to go 51 yards and score, and it was Chaplin on a 3-yard scoring run to make it 22-0 in favor of Muskogee. 3 and out for the Wildcats. Muskogee got the ball back again at the 25-yard line and again moved it down the field all the way down in just 4 plays, and it was Chaplin again with a 7-yard touchdown run to make it 29-0. The Wildcats finally got on the board late in the first half as they put together certainly their best drive of the night, as they went 65 yards on the drive, and with a couple of big plays, a costly penalty by the Roughers, and it was Big Noose going over, Alonzo Big Noose from 3 yards out for the Wildcats to make it 29-7 with the extra point. Roughers got the ball back, and again, the offense did its job, going 57 on a 57-yard scoring pass from Delgado to Nunu James, his second touchdown of the night. That made it 35-7 as the extra point attempt was no good. So the Rougher offense tonight churning away on just about all cylinders, and so they have a 35-7 lead as the teams come back out on the field to do their stretching and get ready. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with the third quarter kickoff. You're watching Rougher TV.
The world of education is driven by numbers. So is the one company more schools and universities call on when fire or water damage strikes. 1-800-SERVPRO. The number one choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
When it matters most. The name to remember? ServPro of Muskogee. 918-913-4490. Online at servpro.com.
There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com. There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com.
Proudly serving the elderly of the Muskogee community, Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center is a skilled nursing facility empowering better living through long-term care as well as many other respite care options. And coming soon to Broadway, the Memory Care Unit. At Broadway Care Rehabilitation, the amazing therapy department can help you or your loved one get back on their feet. Contracted with most major insurances, follow them on Facebook and see many of the enriching activities offered to the residents. Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center, proud to support the Muskogee Roughers.
Have you been injured as the result of a car accident? Has your family been impacted by the death of a loved one caused by someone else's negligence? Whatever you're dealing with, you don't have to face it alone. At 222 Injury Lawyers, our dedicated personal injury attorneys are here to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. Call 918-528-0222.
Back at Sullins Stadium in Ponca City, Roughers with a 35-7 halftime lead over the host Wildcats in the district opener for both teams. Nick, we were talking on the way up here, the open date for the Roughers a week ago. If I'm right in what I seem to remember Dale Condon telling me, he never really ever had 0-week competition while coaching at Wagner.
I remember him saying
that. A 0-week encounter gave the Roughers the opportunity for a free week of preparation, an added week of preparation, and I think that has benefited the Muskogee Roughers here tonight, and they've executed that well-designed game plan to near perfection here in the first two quarters of play, 35-7.
Really have kind of gotten into the groove here. Let's kind of pick up some scores from around the state here at halftime in a lot of places. Big showdown in Tulsa. Bixby and Jenks playing tonight. Bixby leading Jenks 38-28, that game at halftime. Low-scoring game between Union and Edmond Santa Fe, 9-6. The Redhawks lead that one. Sapulpa having no problems with Capitol Hill tonight, 34-0. Putnam City North leading next week's opponent, Putnam City West, 35-0 at the half. Choctaw ahead of Piedmont, 28-16, and Sand Springs shutting out Bartlesville, 37-0 at halftime in that game. Some 4A scores. Fort Gibson ahead of Wagner, 30-17. That game is at halftime. Elgin over Woodward. Elgin, the second-ranked team in 4A, 34-0 over Woodward.
Big news coming out of the Tiger camp this week with that big offensive lineman Cooper Hackett, who had previously committed to Texas Tech University, changing his shade of red. He's going to go crimson and cream and make his commitment strong and dedicated to the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah. Another 4A score tonight. Salisaw leading Hilldale 27-19. That game is at halftime over in Black Diamond kind of territory. And let's see, Poto leading Stillwell 17-8. Broken Bow ahead of Glenpool 34-0. That's most of the area 4A scores.
Kind of have to believe that Ponca City feels like if they're going to turn the tide of this ballgame, Nick, they need to do it with this first possession here of the third quarter. They had the last chance of the first half, but because they're deferring the choice to the second half of play, Ponca City will get the football right back. But the Muskogee Roughers enter the final 24 minutes of action tonight here in this district opener, leading 35-7 as the Roughers try to pick up their 20th district win in 22 outings over the past 3 years.
So
3 years got in this one.
So the Ruffers will kick it off to start this third quarter. And as Bill said, very important series here for the Wildcats if they want to get back in this game to really kind of make their mark and do something offensively.
So Zeppelin Balalang will put it on the tee. And it'll be Ryder Trepton back deep for the blue and white clad Wildcats. Right down the heart of the field. It'll take a bounce, roll past the defender, go back toward the goal line. Did he touch it? No, he never really got his hands on it. And it's able to crawl across the goal line. So Ponca will start the third quarter from its own 20-yard line. But that could have been very dangerous had the official said, yes, my man, you did touch it enough to make it a live football, but never had control. It's a muff, I guess, is how you would define that.
Trepton really sold it well, too.
He certainly
put
did.
His hands up. No, I didn't touch it.
It kind of reminded me of the boxing match. What was it? No Moss?
Yeah,
Leonard Spinks wanted no more.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, 1st and 10 for Ponca City as we start the third quarter play. Muskogee in white with the green numerals and the green helmets. Ponca City in the blue jerseys. Hustle to the line of scrimmage. Motion out of the formation. Play action, hand it off inside, and there is just absolutely no running room. And the Ruffers wrap that one up, a three-man package ready and waiting on the Ponca ball carrier.
JoJo Alexander just bear hugged him and drug him back.
Bam Cunningham got bam to the turf.
No gain on the
Call
play.
it no gain on the play, but Coleman certainly felt that one as he's kind of a little bit not his best, and he'll come off the sideline, and he'll be replaced on the field by Ryder Trepton.
Coming into the game, Coleman with 22 carries for 277 yards. So
2nd down and 10. Just started the third quarter of action here in this game number 1 of the district chase, where the games really count. Anelda Rogers back as the running back alongside Burke at quarterback. Step back in the pocket, throw underneath. Nice catch by Shrickham. He'll break one tackle, he'll shift another across midfield. Now trying to outrun the Rougher Speeds guys. Can't get to him. They're still giving chase. This is Strepton, and he takes it all the way to the Muskogee 10-yard line. A nice crossing route and a well-timed delivery from Johnston Burke. And the quickness of Ryder Trepton, the 5'8", 143-pound senior with the grab.
69.
That goes a long ways. They're going to mark it at the 11, but a 69-yard pass play, and Ponca City is knocking on the door, 1st and 10 at the Muskogee 11-yard line.
Well, that's what they needed to do, is to get something to generate them some excitement here to get this third quarter started.
So now we'll see how the Wildcats will approach after that big play. To Rogers, the running back. They'll play action, hand it off in traffic, and I think that time the ball carrier might have been Big Goose. We'll wait and see who the ball carrier was coming off.
Arbonus.
Okay, so Arbona, tight end, who lines up kind of as that H-back in traffic. He powers his way all the way down to the 4, so he gets 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 from that spot. Cats can get a first down inside the 5. Now Burke to the line of scrimmage. He'll counter. He'll hand it off again to the running back coming right, trying to run over tacklers, but going to be stopped short of the goal line. This is Inelda Rogers. He'll get to the 3. He'll get a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 2. So Rougher defensive muscle must flex its strength here.
Just the 3rd carry of the night for Rogers, who is their leading ball carrier coming into the game.
Cats rotate about 6 different running backs in carries this season, including Johnston Burke, the quarterback, who sprints back out on the field with the play. On a 3rd and 2.
Big Goose will be the man in the backfield with Burke this time.
They'll shift over, put heavy linemen unbalanced to the right side. Burke waits on the snap, takes it, shovels it out, and on the edge, Ruffers, stop it! Short of the goal line. Good tackle. That's going to be 1st and goal to go. Now, did the ball come out on the catch? No.
First down, though.
It will be 1st and goal to go, as making the catch was Cortez Roland Barton. So the gain goes to the 1-yard line, where it'll be 1st and goal to go. I just see that heavy jumbo package again, try to just bull rush their way into the end zone. Burke will go up under center. He'll pitch it. Big Goose coming around the edge. He'll slide in for the touchdown. Alonzo Big Goose, a 5'7", 170-pound senior, capping this 80-yard drive set up on a 69-yard pass and run combination from Burke to Trepton. And the Wildcats take their initial possession of the third quarter to the house for their second score of the night.
They really needed that. Now the Ruffer offense will have to come back and answer.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. And there's timeout on the field with 8:37 left to go in the third. Ponca City has cut into the Ruffers' advantage, 35-14. Muskogee on top. We're back to Ponca City after this 30-second timeout on Ruffer football in 2025.
In times of need, it's comforting to see faces of people you know and trust. Cornerstone Funeral Home in Muskogee cherishes the opportunity to be there for you and your family in life's most challenging times when friends are most important. Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. Experience the difference. Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York in Muskogee, where you'll find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Wildcats come out of the dressing room at halftime and engineer a 6-play drive covering 80 yards. Alonzo Big Goose with the rushing touchdown with the extra point. It's now a 35-14 verdict on the scoreboard tonight here at Sullins Stadium.
So the Ruffers now will want to try to reverse this momentum that the Wildcats have created here with this touchdown and get their own offense back in gear again.
Welcome back on Ruffer TV and Okie Country 101.7 KTFX. Glad to have you aboard for this district opener on the road. Ruffers will be at home next week. No school on Friday. Big celebration downtown with the homecoming day parade. Then the game against Putnam City West on Friday night. Here's a line drive kick that gets it. Will watch bounce, and it'll tumble out of bounds, and that'll mean a spot at the 35-yard line where Muskogee will bring its offense to the field here in this first opportunity of the third quarter. Nick, an offense that no doubt had its biggest productivity night of the 2025 season in the opening two quarters.
Absolutely right. 335 yards in offense in that first half and 35 points for the Ruffers. So let's see if they can keep the machine rolling here in quarter number 3.
Muskogee will be moving from our right to left. That offensive front line thrust, you feel like they vibrate the turf when they run out there, Nick. I mean, they're a bunch of big guys. Not as heavy this week, only 240, only 268 per man average. Delgado, the junior quarterback, sets the line of scrimmage, waits for the numbers high snap, throws it out of the space. It's grabbed out on the edge by Nunu, shakes the tackle, 40-45, midfield line.
Ooh, just almost broke it.
Just barely taken down on a shoestring tackle. Able to get over there was Ryder Trepton. But the gain will go from the 35 to the 49, a 14-yard pass and run combination. Another Kyle Everett Buick GMC, Ruffer first down and 10. How many first downs is that on the night for the Ruffers?
10 now.
10 and counting. Two receivers stacked to the just outside the hash. They'll bring motion across the formation, hand it back off. This is Goodland coming right. Penalty flags are down. There's holding a plenty this time. As Goodland gets about 8, maybe 9 on the carry, but it's not going to matter because that big offensive lineman had a pretty good grab of that blue jersey. Flag was thrown right about the 47-yard line. And they'll walk it off 10 from that spot.
8th penalty tonight against the Ruffers for 70 yards.
Been about the only dent in the Ruffer performance, Nick, of the opening part of this contest.
Penalty moves it back to the 39. 1st and 20 for the Ruffers.
Muskogee tonight here at Sullins Stadium on the road for the, third time in 4 starts?
Yep.
Delgado with the running back to his left. Delays the handoff to Marquise. Has a crease up the middle. 40-45 into Ponca City territory. Just a parting of the sea, and Marquise Chaplin sprints through, going from the 39 across midfield to the 46 on the opposite end. 11 up and 4 down, a 15-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Muskogee.
Best run of the night for Marquise Chaplin.
Chaplin is 5'8" if he stands on his tiptoes. Weighs in at 185 pounds of pure muscle. Delgado will take the snap.
Ooh, kept it himself.
He kept it himself, and he paid the price for it as the Wildcats get into the backfield that time. Michael Hinman, the defensive end, a junior, 5'9", 183-pounder, got off the block and made the sack on Delgado.
4-yard loss.
Losing 4 on the play, Ruffers will have a 3rd and 9 to move the sticks. As the clock shows 7:20 and counting here in quarter number 3. Muskogee leading at 35-14. Ford and Beasley are to the left side. They put motion out of the backfield. Delgado setting up, scrambling, trying to come back to his right. Waits, throws out on the edge. Caught by Chaplin, dances around in front of a would-be tackler and goes nowhere. And then there's a penalty flag down. Could have been a face mask, perhaps, Cole. We'll wait and see.
They were grabbing at him there. Just about the place where first contact was made.
Referee will indicate the foul. Personal foul against Ponca City. Face mask is the call. So that'll be 15 yards tacked on to the end of the play, which stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think they got a couple of yards on it. They got from the 49 to the 49.
So 2 yards on the play, but then plus 15 on the penalty. And it'll take it deep into Wildcat territory. I think the defensive coaches of the Wildcats still trying to plead with the officials about where that penalty should be walked off from, but it's from the end of the action. And the 15-yard walk-off will draw the affectionate negative response from the crowd down below us, the hometown fans.
And gives the Ruffers a first down.
Kyle Edwards, GMC Ruffer, first down and 10. So by penalty, this will be the 5th play in this series that started at the Muskogee 35. 7 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. Jamie Beasley, the single receiver, out on the numbers to the left. Twins up top to the right. Delgado, play action series, looks, waits, going to go deep, looking for a teammate in the end zone who's been well flagged. That was Jamie Beasley. And
Beasley wanted a flag.
Yeah, he did. And I think he had a case to defend. But the incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:46 to go here in quarter number 3.
He went for the big one there and just a little bit too long. Beasley may have been impeded a little bit, but I don't know that it was very serious.
So from the 34-yard line after the incompletion, Delgado will bring the offense to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd and 10.
Had all day to throw that one.
He did indeed. Ford and James are out wide to the right. Beasley by himself to the boundary left. Delgado looks, quick strike out to Jamie on the edge. Wrapped up and spun out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6. Depending upon whether they put it at 29 or the 28, they're going to say the 29. So it'll be a 5-yard pickup. 3rd down and 5 needed to move this possession further. Avon Goodland, one of the speedster package, will be in for this particular play.
You got to think this is 4-down territory, too, for the
I
Ruffers.
do. Beasley and Goodland will be those pair of receivers to the outside, the hash marks on the right. Delgado claps his hands it off inside. Marquise Chaplin with a crease. 25. Breaks out of one tackle and gets it all the way down to the 19-yard line. Had everybody thinking he was going through the air. Chaplin takes it on a dead sprint to the 19-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup and a Kyle Edwards GMC Ruffer, first down and 10.
Gives Chaplin now 50 yards on 9 carries for the night.
Goodland and Beasley again will pair up out on the numbers to the outside wide, short side right. Delgado, play action, pumps once, wants to throw the fade wide open to the goal line. It is caught. Touchdown, Muskogee. There are no yellow flags this time, and a well-delivered strike to a wide-open receiver, and the Ruffers get the touchdown.
Aiden Goodland with the reception.
19-yard touchdown strike for Kaysen Delgado, going to Avon Goodland. And with 6:28 to go here in the third, the Ruffers answered the Wildcats' touchdown of their first possession.
65-yard drive, nicely done by the Ruffers.
So now Ballalong will come in to try to make it a 42-point total. Zepplin's been perfect on his kicking attempts, although the Ruffers have muffed a couple of snaps. High snap, ball's down, kicks away. It splits the uprights good. Timeout on the field, 6:28 to go, quarter number 3. Ruffers on top, 42-14. Back in 30 seconds on Ruffer football in 2025.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
8 plays and 65 yards. Kaysen Delgado with another touchdown strike. This one a 19-yard toss to Avon Goodland to make it 42-14 Ruffers.
Nice catch, too, by Goodland. It was right on his fingertips. He was wide open. The pass a little bit high, but he did a nice job to reel it in and make a fingertip catch and then bring it into his body.
So now Ballalong will put it on the tee for the ensuing kick. Ruffers, without a question, their best offensive performance of the 2025 season. Here's an end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded at about the 16. Trying to come back to the near side and just trying to stretch it out and really had no place to go as the special teams unit was downfield making the tackle right at the 20-yard line. If you've got storm damage on your roof, you need a pro to tell you the condition of your home and the roof, and there's no better way to get a picture-perfect look at it than calling the team from Roughneck Roofing. Stephen Lane and his crew provide personal attention with professional results for all your residential and commercial roofing needs. The number to call, 918-401-9125. There's only one name to remember when it comes to roofing, Roughneck Roofing. Now Ponca on 1st and 10 from its 20-yard line here. They'll run a little reverse, come back to Swepston on the near side, or that's actually, that is not Swepton. It was Colt Shickram. And Kyron Cope was the guardian of the gate, and he takes the ball carrier. 11 takes down 11. It goes for a loss of 2 back to the 18. Our defensive coaches have had a well-devised game plan here tonight, Dick.
Yeah, they really countered all of this misdirection that Ponca City uses and have scouted it well.
So now the running back off the left shoulder of Johnston Burke. They'll shift over unbalanced to the right. Quarterback's going to keep it. Ball. Did he hand it off?
No, he kept it, I think.
He doesn't have the ball. He's standing up here. That's Burke. And he was able to get it into the hands of
Big Goose, I guess. He's kind of limping off the field.
He's off the field. He got a yard forward progress. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Cats, who went 3-8 a year ago and up to their best start. They beat Enid in the opener 65-6. Rogers in week number 2 54-0, and last week lost in a thriller in overtime 60-57 at Lawton MacArthur. Now Johnston Burke pointing, play action, across the middle, wide open, ball's tipped up in the air. Good coverage on the drop. Arias Parrish getting his hands on it as Burke was trying to go to the crossing route as he was looking for Lance Arbona, the tight end. The incomplete pass forces a punting situation for Ponca City. Good drop coverage that time by Arias Parrish.
He was in the right place there. Now the Ruffers will have an opportunity to have pretty good field position here after this punt.
Quade Anderson will be on to punt once again, and the Ruffer specialty unit with Kenyon Goodson, the lone man, he'll stand inside the 50. He'll stand around the Ponca City 42. Cats with
short a player.
Yeah, they only had 10 out there as they run one in late. Play clock down to 7, down to 6. Freshman punter takes the snap, ball's away. The kick is away from Goodson. And it'll bound around the 40, hop upfield, and roll to a stop at the 46-yard line in Ponca territory, where Muskogee will get it back for the second time here in the third quarter, leading by a 42-14 encounter. For football in 2025, brought to you by the happy team of Cornerstone Home Lending. Just like when the Muskogee Ruffers play in front of their home fans at Ruffer Village, Lynn Wallace and her team at Cornerstone Home Lending knows that home is where happy lives. With honest, well-communicated, and knowledge-based experience, Cornerstone Home Lending will find you the right loan that will get you home happy. Cornerstone Home Lending and its friendly face of Lynn Wallace. Give them a call at 918-600-0602.
Speaking of Ruffer Village, that's where the Ruffers will be next week. Homecoming against Putnam City West next Friday night.
1st and 10 from the Ponca 46-yard line. Ruffers with 4:48 to go here in the third. Cason Delgado, little play-action series, protection, runs to his left, looks to throw, flags are down, it's coming back for a holding. And Delgado will be shuffled out of bounds as he got down to about the 37, but that's a pretty easy situation there. Offensive lineman just trying to give some protection.
That was kind of a slow developing play, and the lineman trying to hold their blocks just reached out and grabbed a little jersey.
So they'll walk it from the previous spot, which was the 46. So it'll go back across midfield and set up at the 44 Ruffer territory. Replay the first down call.
Another shout out to tonight's game sponsors, Cause Nation, Family Trauma.
Penalty flags have been too much, without question, for the expectation of the Ruffer coaching staff.
9 of them tonight for 80 yards.
But the energy here tonight has been obviously much more productive. A 3-receiver package to the boundary left. Delgado in the pocket, wanted to throw the wheel, now throws underneath, and it was intended for Koda Bardowski on the drag. The incomplete pass as it falls off his fingertips will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Pass a little bit behind him, and Koda trying to reach back and grab it, couldn't hang on to it.
Bill Huddleston, Nick Hampton, and our Ruffer TV crew. Sampson up pushing all the buttons, and our guys on the cameras doing an excellent job of following the action tonight here from Sullins Stadium. Beasley and Ford will be the 2-receiver package to the left side. Delgado takes the snap, throws the quick out over to Keanu James, uses a stiff arm, and then a quick dancing move, and he'll spin forward and get across midfield to the 47-yard line in Ponca territory. So that'll be about a, 7-yard pickup?
9, I think, 44 to the 47.
Yeah, you're right. I can't count.
That's okay.
I forgot a holding penalty, moved it back 10. Yeah. So it'll be 3rd down and 11. So Ruffers would like to pick up the chains here and pick up another Kyle Edwards GMC Ruffer first down. Jamie Beasley will be the single receiver out here on the edge. He'll be matched up mano-a-mano against Hondo Perez. Delgado, stop and go moving. Going to throw it across the middle. This one is knocked away. It was intended across the middle for Avon Goodland, and it was the defensive reaction of Ryder Trepton to knock the ball down.
Trepton did a nice job, timed it perfectly, hitting the receiver just as the ball got there.
So that'll leave it 4th down and 11, and the special teams punting unit will check aboard. We'll get a chance to see the kicking talents of Zevelin Ballalong. 6'2", 215-pound senior, young man that Nick has a unique personality. Really like to sit around and just listen to him interact with teammates. He's not shy, and he can stand his own footing when it comes to a, I don't want to say argument, but this discussion. High hanging punt. Takes a big bounce at the 20. Tumbling forward and will roll to a stop at the Ponca City 20-yard line. So only a 27-yard punt, but no return for the Cats. And with 4:09 to play here in the third quarter, each team's put a touchdown on the scoreboard, and Muskogee leads it 42-14.
So the Wildcats, who started off the third quarter hot, scoring a touchdown on their opening drive, and had to punt the ball away last time, so they want to try and get some of that momentum back.
Johnston Burke will hustle his line to the line of scrimmage. Play action, roll out to the right, looking to run or throw. Ruffers come quickly and pass, and a nice diving effort on the delivery. Good catch that time by Ryder Trepton. As the Ruffers came trying to get into the face, Arias Parrish was giving chase to Johnston Burke along with Kyron Cope. I think there you saw the mobility of the Ponca quarterback and his strong arm, Nick, to deliver that pass, although it was low, and a nice catch at the shoe tops by Trepton.
Puts him over 100 yards. Trepton in receiving so far tonight. Burke with 173 through the air for the Wildcats.
13 yards on the completion to the 33-yard line. Now Twins go out wide to the left. Pair of receivers on the numbers to the boundary right side. Pressure off the edge, down and goes down. Ball is knocked free. Loose on the turf. It's picked up. Kyron Cope on the scoop and a score. Ruffers got into the face. Von Holt and Jack Green knocked the ball free. Then Kyron Cope scoops it off the turf and takes it into the end zone. Now there is laundry on the turf. We'll see which way this flag will go.
It is a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. A chop block.
I think they call it a sideline warning on Ponca City.
But a touchdown on the scoop and score. Defense gets on the scoreboard. Kyron Cope with the fumble recovery for the touchdown. We talk all the time in the coach's office about how many sacks Anthony Macknack had in his, I think it was his junior year. Of course, he's the career all-time record holder in that category. He'll show you the numbers to prove it. But the scoop and score that time by Kyron Cope after the sack of the quarterback results in 6 more for the Ruffers. Ball along to hammer through another PAT. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:34 to play here in quarter number 3, Muskogee with a pair of second-half scores has pushed the scoreboard total to a leading tower of advantage, 49-14. Back to Ponca City in 30 seconds on Ruffer TV.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Tonight and every Friday night, the Ruffer game plan is for success, and it's always a 2020 game plan. But what about your vision? That's where Dr. Kimberly DeRosset can help. With 25 years of experience in Muskogee County helping her patients young and old alike, Dr. Kimberly DeRosset can protect your eyes with the right vision game plan. Kimberly DeRosset, now located at 3505 Chandler Road in Muskogee, 918-880-3937.
Ball along, kick rolls into the end zone, and Wildcats will get another own 20.
3:34 to play. Ruffers have scored just about every way possible, Nick. Special teams, kick return that started the game on the opening play. Nunu James with an 80-yard kickoff return. A defensive score on the scoop and score by Kyron Cope. And running game scores, passing game scores. It's been a well-executed game plan by the coaching staff of the Ruffers and a 49-14 advantage.
And the defense has played pretty well as well, giving up just a little over 100 yards in that first half in total offense.
So Ponca City will start again this series from their 20-yard line. Ruffers jumping around on the line of scrimmage. I think we're going to get an encroachment flag here. Up front, one of the white jerseys, I think that's Courtney Nash, that might have been lured offside. The 5-yard penalty will favor the Wildcats and make it a 1st and 5 situation. Ruffers tonight here on the road, back at home for just the second time this season. We'll be midway through the year, Nick.
Wow.
Next Friday night. It's gone fast.
It has.
The Ruffers entertain Putnam City West on homecoming night. Running back to the left of the quarterback. They shuffle it out in space, trying to get on the corner. Around the edge and out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That goes Cortez Roland Barton. Just trying to use the quick shovel pass, and it's a high percentage play, and Roland Barton able to take it for about a 14-yard gallop. And they'll mark it at the 33, so it'll be 13 altogether. The Baker's dozen play gives Ponca City yet another first down. As the clock counts down, 3:17, 3:16 to go here in the third quarter tonight from Sullins Stadium. Ryder Trepton in the single receiver out wide to the right. Snap at the knees, throw the quick slant. It's behind Trepton, but he'll manage to put his hands on it and secure the catch. Ruffers there got quickly. Jack Green helping out, coming off the line of scrimmage. Decaden Ford also leading that stop. The gain will be 7 yards to the 40. It's just a quick toss off a dead slant and an easy catch that time for Ryder Trepton.
21 pass attempts so far tonight for Burke and 188 yards.
Shickram was kind of the primary targeted receiver in the first half, and here in the second half, it's been more going to Ryder Trepton.
He has 119 yards receiving.
Motion, play action, back in the pocket. Burke to throw underneath. The ball's tipped. Good drop that time by Kyron Cope, leaping high to deflect the attempted pass upfield. That'll stop the clock with 2:13 to play here in the third quarter.
Courtney Nash putting the pressure on back there. We've called his name several times. He got in the starting lineup tonight and has redeemed himself very well.
I don't know if Colt Shickram got hurt in that first half, Nick. He's on the sideline, but has not been on the field here, or at least not that I've seen him. Everybody will be bunched in tight here. They'll shift over now, unbalanced to the right side. They'll counter, run it off on a direct snap in traffic, going to Bam Bam Coleman. And the Ruffers not falling victim to that misdirection. Jack Green along with teammate Kenyon Goodson making the stop. The gain is just shy of the 43, so a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 4th down and a yard to go. I think here we'll just see the, well, if they had such a thing in Ponca City, it'd be time for the tush push, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. No, I think we'll see Burke carry this himself probably, I'd guess.
Or snap it directly to Bam Bam. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback up under center. Ruffers trying to guess the count. Play action in traffic. Bouncing out on the edge. Kyron's got him stopped, but he got the forward progress to the 44 on the quick handoff off the right side. Bam Bam Coleman able to get forward progress. They'll mark it to the 45. So that'll be a 3-yard pickup on 4th down and a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats as we go under 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Muskogee comfortably on top, 49-14.
Sooner or later, the Wildcats are going to have to start getting the ball down the field a little bit on some passes. These 2- and 3-yard running plays aren't going to get it done for them.
I want to do say, though, thanks to Justin Rowland and his staff for providing the pregame information. Trips go out wide to the left side this time. Cortez Roland Barton will be by himself. They'll direct snap to the quarterback up the middle. This is Justin Burke on a quarterback keeper, just a blast right up the middle. And he'll scamper across midfield into Rufford territory at the 38-yard line. 5 plus 12, a 17-yard run for the junior quarterback in his second season calling the snaps. 5'10", 172-pound junior.
That one opened up over the middle really well for him as their offensive line did a nice job of opening that up.
So now the Wildcats trying to sustain a drive. They picked up 3 first down in this series that started back in their own 20-yard line, and the 5 plays have moved it now to Rufford territory. Empty backfield. Snap is back. Throw it out on the edge. Catch is made. And making the grab that time was Ryder Trepton in front of the Rufford defensive backs.
9-yard gain down to the 30.
Nunu James was one of the defenders over on that far side, along with Decaden Ford. Pickup of 9 downfield to the 30. The clock running inside the final 30 seconds here of this third 12-minute stanza tonight from Sullins Stadium. Down by a lopsided score, 49-14. Here's maybe a situation of work against an opponent, Nick, and just polish your own game plan, what you would like to do. DeRogers will line off the right shoulder of the quarterback. They'll ride it. The quarterback, Burke, will keep it, and he'll be bear-hugged and slammed back to the turf short of the line of scrimmage. They're going to be stopped a yard short of the first down marker, actually back up closer to the 31. So a loss of a yard on the play that ends the third quarter. 12 minutes remain tonight here in Ponca City, and Muskogee well on its way to win number 1 in the season and in the Dale Condon era. Back for the final 12 minutes after this timeout on Rufford Football 2025.
A super Never time to buy. September savings at J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. Buy a new Silverado 1500, take $10,000 off MSRP. Shop over 60 used from $16,965. September savings top the list. Don't overpay. Come see Jay. New Silverado, $10,000 off. Over 60 used from $16,965. To J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. 144 West Shawnee.
Ugh, my brother and sister left me again. They went back to school. Can you believe that? But don't worry, they still call me every morning, thanks to their brand new phones from Bravado Wireless. My sister even dropped hers in the pool, but Bravado's trade-in help has her covered. And my brother, he's flexing with the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like, how cool is that? Mom and Dad got deals too. Bravado's unlimited plan saved the whole family money.
12 minutes remain tonight here in Ponca City as action resumes. Ponca City quickly to the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 2. They'll pitch it back, trying to go the right side. Ruffers trying to string it out on the corner, dipping inside out, and then lunging forward at the last minute. Cortez Roland Barton on the sweep back to the wide side of the field. He'll get the 2 yards needed. Or it appears he has the first down.
Close. Yeah, they're moving the chains.
Now they signal 1st and 10. Just barely good enough, as Cortez Roland Barton, who was described to be the best overall athlete on this team, the slot back, a 5'11", 164-pound senior, able to get the needed 2 yards and move the sticks. This drive started back at the Ponca 20-yard line. It's the 4th first down in this drive. Now trips come out wide to the left. An empty backfield for Johnston Burke. He'll take the waist-high snap, shuffle it out in space. Ruffers this time have more than enough defenders out there as Cortez Roland Barton takes the little overhand toss, and he'll get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. That'll keep the clock running. Speaking of running, I maybe have to run out west tomorrow just before kickoff, right after I get up. After a late night getting home. Get the barbecue plate all loaded up because I've made a trip to my place Barbecue West. Whether you dine in or you go through the drive-through and take it home with you, you'll never be disappointed when you make your place my place Barbecue West. Second and 10 now for the Wildcats. Knee-high snap for Burke. Going to lob it up. Has a receiver out there, but he misses his would-be target. As the pass that time was intended for Inel Rogers, but it was overthrown, and the coverage was beat that time, Nick, if Burke is able to put it on target.
Well, they had Caden Harden getting in his face just as he tried to throw that. Good rush by Harkin, and that may have upset the timing of his throw.
Trey Jackson comes in to give JoJo Alexander a breather in that defensive front. Ruffers have kind of amended their typical 3-4 alignment. Now they'll show pressure at the line of scrimmage. Snap is at the knees. Burke's going to throw it out in space, and it's caught. Nice floater out on the edge at the 20. The 15 breaks a tackle and then steps out of bounds right at the 12. Caden Ford forcing Alonzo Big Goose out of bounds at what we'll call the 13-yard line. 16 yards on the pass play, and another Ponca City 1st and 10.
Puts Burke over 200 yards passing tonight.
Alternating a lot of personnel here. Checking into the defensive front, replacing Kyron Cope, is James Hawes, the 6'1", 205-pound sophomore. Is working out on the pistol is the quarterback, Johnston Burke. And prior to the snap of the football, whistles sound, and Muskogee's going to take a timeout. Timeout on the field, 10:33 left here in quarter number 4. Muskogee with a sizable advantage, 49-14, back in 30 seconds on Rougher Football in 2025.
Pioneer Abstract, proudly serving residential and commercial customers throughout Muskogee County since 1905. Serving banks, mortgage companies, and mortgage brokers with refinancing, purchase, 1031 tax-deferred exchanges, along with full escrow services and more. Pioneer Abstract offers the convenience of centralized services for escrow accounts, title insurance, and title searches. Pioneer Abstract, here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow at 412 West Broadway in downtown Muskogee, or call Pioneer Abstract at 683-2904.
49-14, Ruffers in front. Ponca City trying to put a fourth quarter drive together. They'll have 1st and 10 at the Ruffer 13-yard line. This is where the Ruffers could use some defensive insurance. And whenever you have needs for insurance, whether it's for your home, your health, your life, your automobile, that's when you need my friend David Cobb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to answer all your insurance questions and provide you with the always good coverage. State Farm Insurance Agent David Cobb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, 918-682-2511. Empty backfield for Burke. He'll stand in the pocket, throw out in space. It's high, it's caught, and out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Making the catch was Donovan Harjo, wide receiver, senior. In front of the Ruffer coverage, Decaden Ford. That'll be a gain of about, 7 yards to the 6?
Yep.
Stopping the clock with 10:28 to play. See if that Ruffer defense can bend but not break once again, Nick, as they've done a couple of times earlier. Trips will go out wide this time to the right side, single receiver. That's Harjo to the boundary left. The low snap right to the quarterback. He'll use blockers and get to the 4. First man to get a hand on it was Caden Harkin. Stopping that one after about a 1-yard pickup. So the ball at the 4. Cats can get a first down at the 2. As the clock ticks under 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Ruffers leading at 49-14. Definitely a two-play situation here. Burke now will go quickly up under center. He'll take and just lean in behind his big offensive line and power down to what appears to be a first down. There is a flag down on the play.
So let's see.
Ruffers may have been offside. We'll wait and read the interpretation. They're going to move it half the distance. That'll be the call. A face mask on the end of the play, so it's going to bring up 1st and goal to go half the distance after the carry by the quarterback. He got the first down yardage to the 2, and then the face mask penalty will make it 1st and goal to go from 36 inches away, or at least that's how many inches are in my 1-foot ruler, a 1-yard ruler. Again, Burke quickly to the line of scrimmage. Pitch sweep. Ruffers trying to string it out and do so and close the gap, taking Cortez Roland Barton to the turf. He'll actually lose a yard back upfield to the 2. Ruffers, I think, just have had too much speed on the edge, Nick, on those pitch sweeps for the most part here tonight.
They just got more speed overall than Ponca City does, and they've shown it both on offense and defense.
So Johnston Burke with his teammates relying upon him to engineer this drive that started way back at the 20 to finish with a touchdown here. We'll see what the play call will be.
And a timeout called by...
Ruffers have a player down in the end zone, but perhaps a little muscle cramp situation. Not sure who that player is, but there'll be a timeout on the field, and we'll do the same. We'll pause 30 seconds and return to Sullins Stadium. Ruffers leading Ponca 49-14. We're back in 30 seconds on Ruffer Football 2025.
Brunt's Barbecue serves up hand-rubbed, slow-cooked goodness. Anytime you're feeding a few hundred, hey, we're just tailgating with friends. Call the experts. Brunt's Barbecue. Ribs, brisket, burnt ends, mouth-watering hot link, and smoked chicken. Where everything is made from scratch, from the barbecue sauce to the banana pudding. Give us a try, and you won't be disappointed. Brunt's Barbecue. 918-681-3900. Brunt's Barbecue. Slow-cooked goodness in Muskogee.
The injured player able to walk off the field under his own power was Avon Goodland. Play resumes. It'll be 2nd and goal to go for the Wildcats at the Muskogee 2-yard line. This will be 16th play in this drive. Now trips out wide to the right. Burke will take the snap straight ahead, trying to follow blockers to the goal line. He got there. Johnston Burke on the quarterback keeper, able to power his way into the end zone to cap an 80-yard drive.
A lot of time consumed in that drive by Ponca City.
Which is the type of game plan that Justin Rowland would like to see his team be able to execute. But what he also doesn't want to see his defense do is give up turnaround touchdowns by the opponent. So on to try the point after touchdown will be Tucker Love. Snap is down, kicks away, looks good, and is good. Timeout with 8:48 remaining. 49-21 Ruffers tonight here from Sullins Stadium. Back with a kick after this 30-second break on Ruffer Football 2025.
In sports, having the right winning strategy is often the difference between winning and losing. The same is true when you need legal representation. For more than 15 years, the law offices of Michael E. Finnerty have successfully provided the winning strategy with excellence and integrity for the people of the Muskogee area in matters of personal injury, social security disability, and workers' compensation issues. The law office, Muskogee trusts Michael A. Finnerty, ready to develop a winning strategy. Michael A. Finnerty, 436 Court Street in Muskogee. Call 687-1155. Online at finnertylaw.com.
Offensively for Ponca City, exactly what the game plan calls for, a time-controlled drive resulting in 6 points as Johnston Burke scores on the 2-yard keeper. 17 plays, Nick, the 80 yards, using up 6 minutes and 46 seconds time of possession.
That's a great possession touchdown, but when you're down 20, 25 points, those 6 minutes eat up a lot of your opportunity.
Right here, you would expect the Ruffers to have the good hands people on the line of reception, which is the 50-yard line. See if Ponca will opt to kick it deep or try to squib it. They're going to squib this one, but they're going to kick it deep. Ruffers will pick it up on the bounce, try to get to the corner. Turning around the corner, 45, 50, and into Ponca territory on the return.
Sir Hosea.
Is it?
I think so. Yep.
Sir Jose on the return.
And they get it into Wildcat territory at the, where are they going to spot it? 43, 42?
Yep, 43. Very gifted, talented sophomore, 6'2", 185-pounder, getting a lot of action tonight. Muskogee gets it at the Ponca 42-yard line. Can they engineer one more score?
I would expect we would see the ball on the ground now for a while.
Cason Delgado will be back as the director of the Ruffer Orchestra. He'll take the snap, play action, throw it back to the near side, caught on the edge. This is Macdack. Junior will take it inside the 35 and down near the 30, or the 25, rather.
Defender missed him there just about the line of scrimmage, and Macnack able to scramble all the way to the 35.
From the 43, an 8-yard pickup. 2nd and 2 yards to go. Clock showing 8:35 as Anthony Jr. went out of bounds. Looking forward to reading your visit with the trio of Macnack brothers in the upcoming edition of the Vite magazine. It'll also be online on MuskogeeAthletics.org. Delgado calls the signal, hands it off to Chaplin, cuts back to his right, 30, 25. Marquis is going to be collared and body slammed. He'll take it all the way to the 19-yard line. From the 34 down to the 19, that's a 15-yard gallop. And a Kyle Edwards GMC Ruffer, first down and 10.
Longest run of the night for Chaplin. Last 3 runs he's had are all been double-digit gains.
Clock counting away, precious seconds and precious opportunities for Ponca City, but this one might have been well decided perhaps from the interest level of Ruffers on the game's opening kick, an 80-yard kick return by Nunu James. Delgado going to throw again, this time going back to Macnack on the short route and showing his hard-headedness and the desire not to go down on first contact. He'll back his way to about the 13 and net a 6-yard pickup. That'll keep the clock running now with 8:10 to play here in the fourth. Don't forget, next Friday, school will be out downtown afternoon parade celebrating homecoming 2025, and then the game at Ruffer Village, 7 o'clock against the visiting Patriots of Putnam City West. Chaplin to the right of Delgado. Twins out to the left side. Kaysen will take the snap. He'll play action. He'll throw it up for grabs in the end zone. McNack can't hold it, but there's going to be a pass interference call as Junior was being grabbed. It was really easy, even for my untrained eyes, Nick, to see that white jersey being stretched to the max.
That was helped, too, because Delgado was under pressure and just really lobbed that ball up there and then hung for a long time, and the defenders trying to find a way to get to it.
So the interference penalty will net the Ruffers the placement of the football at the 6-yard line, half the distance. On a 1st and goal and a Kyle Edwards GMC Ruffer first down. We've reiterated that call multiple times here tonight, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Clock showing 7:40 and counting here in the 4th. Trying to finish off what would be a 43-yard drive. Kaysen Delgado waiting on the snap. He'll hand it off to Marquise Chaplin. Started into the middle, then danced back to the left. Gets pushed back after his forward progress goes to the 3. So he got half of the yards needed. And if you're an offensive lineman, you'd like to say, Coach, let's just keep it on the ground. Let us Hogs lead the Heroes to the end zone.
Yep. 11 carries, 69 yards for Chaplin tonight. By far his best game of the year.
Oh, well, no doubt the best offensive line performance too, Nick, and those adjustments that the coaches made in that offensive front seem to have worked here tonight. Big guys will tumble up forward to set the protection for the line of scrimmage. Delgado on the snap, hands it off to Marquise. He's hit at the 5, but he'll twist forward and get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. But it continues to take time of possession off the clock. So now how will the Ruffer offense dial it up here? Multiple changes in that offensive front. Styler McHenry coming aboard too, so you might expect this to be a Wildcat type snap to Delgado. Extra blocker Cope in front of Delgado. And now a timeout going to be taken as the Ponca City sees something they didn't like, and we'll do the same. 6:10 to play here in the 4th. Ruffers leading at 49-21. We're back to Ponca City after this 30-second break on Ruffer Football 2025.
In sports, having the right winning strategy is often the difference between winning and losing. The same is true when you need legal representation. For more than 15 years, the law offices of Michael E. Finnerty have successfully provided the winning strategy with excellence and integrity for the people of the Muskogee area in matters of personal injury, social security disability, and workers' compensation issues. The law office, Muskogee trusts Michael A. Finnerty, ready to develop a winning strategy. Michael A. Finnerty, 436 Court Street in Muskogee. Call 687-1155. Online at finnertylaw.com.
Timeout taken by Ponca City on this 3rd and 3 from the 3-yard line. Ruffers 3rd and goal. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left here in quarter number 4. Trying to add yet one more touchdown to the total here tonight. Ruffers come in with Styler McHenry at quarterback. McHenry keeps it himself, dancing around in the backfield and trying to go the weak side. It really didn't get much. It might have got a yard. And it'll be 4th down and goal. Liam Taylor in on the stop for the Wildcats as we go under 6 minutes left tonight here from Sullins Stadium. If you missed the game's opening kick, Nick, you missed some fireworks for the Ruffers.
Was Nunu James got kind of a deflected kick, a line drive kick. He kind of picked it up on the ground at the 20 and scampered down the sideline.
McHenry takes the snap, rolls to his right, trying to get to the edge, looking to throw back into the end zone. Did he catch it?
Yes.
Yes, a sliding catch as if he was diving in at second base. Coda Barnoski on the grab, right at the turf level. And the Ruffers get 6 points on the 2-yard touchdown pass. Styler McHenry to Coda for 6.
And the Ruffers top the half-century mark now with his points.
7 plays on that drive to go the 43 yards. McHenry with the touchdown toss to Cota. And now on to try the point after touchdown. The Ruffers will try to add to it here. Bad snap, but the ball is down. The kick is no good. At that time it was Kenyon Goodson trying to do the kicking. The kick is short, no good. And it shows double nickels on the scoreboard. 55-21, 5:26 to play. Here in quarter number 4, we're back in 30 seconds on Rougher Football in 2025.
Pain is temporary, pride is forever. At Excel Therapy, we want to be your athlete's advocate for excellence. We offer treatment methods that focus on strengthening muscles and improving flexibility to improve your overall performance. And when injury sets in, Excel Therapy can aid in the recovery process. We know it's important to get back in the game, so trust the comeback experts, Excel Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. With 16 locations and no physician referral required, you can begin healing today. Look for us online at exceltherapyok.com.
5 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in this one that was moving along at a pretty fast pace until the last couple of possessions that have seemingly stretched this game out just a bit. But a 55-21 lead on the scoreboard, that's never hard for me to stomach or swallow or stay around all night if you have to.
Especially if it's in our favor, yes. Right?
Yeah. Bottle on to approach the kick. He'll drive it into the hands. It's touched, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. That's where Ponca will get it back. Bill Huddleston, Nick Hampton, and our Rougher TV crew tonight here from Sullins Stadium. Changing of the seasons, we passed the, what is it they call the
equinox?
Yeah, but it's got another word in front of it.
Autumnal equinox.
Yeah, okay. That means the leaves are going to fall, and you're going to need Antonio Zapata Lawn and Tree Service to keep your place looking its best. Check out on Facebook Zapata Lawn and Tree Service for more details. They can handle all your outdoor yard coverage, and they'll even put up those Christmas lights. So why not get it scheduled with Antonio Zapata Lawn and Tree? Here's the slant route thrown across the middle, but the play was stopped. Referee blew the whistle prior to the snap, as that time it was Coach Schickram who had been pretty quiet all night long. He was out there on the edge against the Rougher defensive back, but referee blew that one dead for whatever the cause.
No play, I guess.
No play, so 5:22 on the clock. And it'll be 1st and 10.
Guess maybe he hadn't set the ball in play yet. I don't know.
I guess not. Out on that far side, Demarion Berryman in at a cornerback's position. They'll pass it out in space. Burke trying to find a friendly face, and he gets it into his teammates' hands, and they'll
Double pass complete to number 11, Schickram.
Schickram will get about 5 on the play.
5 yards. Bring up 2nd down.
Keeps the clock running as it tumbles under 5 minutes to go. A fair representation of Rougher faithful making the, about 2.5-hour drive here?
2.5 hour, yep.
2nd and 5. Hope to see a full house at the Village next Friday night. Little counter handoff inside. And straight up the middle, Ponca City with the ball carrier running across midfield into Rougher territory.
Arbona.
That run by number 14,
Lance Arbona, who on the roster is listed as a tight end, but he's a pretty good runner. He takes it all the way to the 43-yard line in Rougher territory for a 1st down. That'll be, about an 8-yard gain?
Yep.
Quickly again to the line of scrimmage. Arbona lining up in that kind of sniffer back situation just behind the left tackle. They'll counter, hand it off to Schickram, trying to go against the flow, inside of a tackler at the line of scrimmage, and scampers downfield to about the 48-yard line, it appears. 38, excuse me, a 5-yard pickup. But the clock continuing to roll, 3 minutes, 50 seconds and counting here in the 4th. And the Roughers comfortably in front, 55-21. Going to be interesting to see who our group of experts selects as tonight's player of the game. On the handoff, Wildcats getting the exchange, coming to the near side, and that is Alonzo Big Goose. He'll take it all the way to the 25-yard line from the 38. That's a Baker's dozen 13-yard gallop. And we're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds here in the fourth.
Wildcats seem content just to kind of run the ball, kind of like they did on that last possession, which ate up 6 minutes or so. A little bit here, a little bit there.
Burke, the quarterback, going to keep and call his own number. He'll come straight up the middle, getting inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line, a net of only 2 on the pickup. This is an offense, Nick, and it's not anything negative toward Ponca City coaching staff and their preparation. You've got to go with the type of players you have, but when you get behind early like this, it makes it very, very tough because you don't have that quick strike ability.
Yeah, they don't have the hot wide receivers. They're a running-oriented team for the most part.
Burke will shift everybody over to the right side. It'll be unbalanced. Ball loose on the turf, and the Ruffers make sure that this one goes for nowhere. It's getting in the back end. Burke's able to recover, but they're getting in was Jonathan Eastep, a 5'9", 210-pound junior, in on the sack of the quarterback. All the way back at the 30-yard line, so it's a loss of 7 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the fourth. A lot of New Jerseys out there defensively for the Ruffers. Snap back to Burke. He drops straight back. Throws a little bubble screen. Caught by Big Goose at the 30, the 25. Trying to find space. He'll go inside the 20 and down to about the, they're going to say the knee went down. About at the 18. Yep.
Tackle by number 23, Ashley.
I don't think it's back across the 20.
Where are they going to move this ball back to?
Oops, we had a penalty maybe?
Yeah, we do. Penalty flag will be against Ponca City, and they'll break back upfield.
That's a hold on the
holding on the play.
Just their 4th penalty of the night.
But it'll take and move the ball back 10 yards and put it back out at the 40-yard line. And Justin Rowland with just kind of a frustrated wave toward the guys wearing the stripes.
Minute and a half left to play in the game.
Ruffers will pick up the first victory for head coach Dale Condon in his era of success. Shickram will be one of the 2 receivers out to the boundary right side. That's Braden Head along with him. They'll snap it back to Burke. He stands in the pocket across the middle, throws, has an open target at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, and trying to fight out of a tackler's grasp. Taking it downfield is Lance Arbona. Just throw that little slant route to the tight end, and he's got a high motor and a determination, and he takes it all the way to the Ruffers 7-yard line.
33 yards on the pass. That's Arbona's first reception of the night. He's had some running plays.
So now with 1:09 left to go here in the contest, Ponca City trying to finish this second consecutive possession to reach the end zone. They have 2 of their remaining 3 timeouts in the hip pocket. Burke sets the offense. They run the counter handoff inside against the grain, dancing free. This is Shickram. And then he gets stood up and pushed back at about the 3. So that'll get 4 yards. And the clock tumbles under 50 seconds to go here in the fourth. Ruffers here certainly would like to stymie this play. Force Ponca City to have to gamble on a 4th down situation. It's 2nd and goal to go. Play action. Burke in the pocket, waits, throws to the goal line. It is caught for the touchdown. Shickram on the reception. Nope, that's not Shickram. That is Titus Haney, a tight end sophomore, on the grab. 3-yard touchdown toss right at the shoot steps. And Ponca City scores its 4th touchdown of the night.
Number 84, Tucker Love, on for the point after.
Wildcats will go for the conventional 1-point PAT as the freshman Tucker Love will scramble. It's a low snap. It's picked up. Ruffers trying to give chase and holding on, and now they throw the ball up for grabs at the goal line. It's caught! Oh, my goodness. What a determined effort that time by Ryder Trepton to keep it alive. And then he finds Lance Arbona on the fire play with the 2-point conversion. Well, that's one way to leave Sullins Stadium with a little bit of a smile on your face, Nick. Back-to-back possessions for touchdowns. And a disaster turned into reward on the 2-point conversion. 55-29.
9-play drive. So the Wildcats determined, fighting to the end, give them that.
Trying to get everything they can out of it at least. Now, with 36 seconds left, do you squib it, onside kick it? What do you got to lose, right?
I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to onside here. Hondo Perez will kick it off for him.
So that's a different kicker.
Well, he's kicked. He's
done the kickoff. That's right. Referee's sure to have the sure-handed folks up on the receiving line. Here comes the fake squib, and now they'll reload the offense. Referee's inviting that open territory up the middle. Kick it deep, and it'll go to the end zone for the touchback.
Surprises me a little.
Yeah, it does me too. 36 seconds left. Ruffers will have the football and need to take at least one snap, touch it down with the knee, and take home win number 1 on the 2025 season. Ruffers tonight picking up their 20th win in district play over the past 2+ years. 20-2 in district play. Stylen McHenry will come in as the quarterback. He'll take the snap and hand it off to Marquise Chaplin, who will fight for yardage straight ahead to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 3, and that should be just about time to shake hands out in the center of the field. The final 20 seconds counting down here in the 4th. 55-29. It started from the game's opening kick when Nunu James went 80 yards to the house. And the Ruffers amassed an outstanding offensive performance matched up by some solid defense and get the win tonight, win number 1 on the 2025 campaign with a 55-29 victory over the Ponca City Wildcats, who dropped to 2-2 on the season, 0-1 in league play. Ruffers will be at the top of the district next week when they take on Putnam City West with a 1-3 mark. Stay tuned to our post-game coverage. We'll select our Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game, give you all the highlights, the numbers, and celebrate a win for Dale Condit as his first for the Ruffer football head coach. That after this 2-minute timeout, we're back to Ponca City after this break on Ruffer Football 2025.
Folks, Kyle Edwards, GMC in Muskogee. I was born and raised in Muskogee. Our family has owned the GMC dealership for over 50 years. We take great pride in being in the Muskogee community. Things have changed over the years, but one thing remains the same, our desire to take care of our customers. Looking for a new GMC truck or SUV? We've got them, and you have our commitment to give you the best buying experience around. From sales, parts, or service, we are here for you. You have my promise to give you the best selection, best price, and the most for your trade-in at 1600 North Main in Muskogee or KyleEdwardsGMC.com.
The world of education is driven by numbers. So is the one company more schools and universities call on when fire or water damage strikes. 1-800-SERVPRO. The #1 choice in commercial cleanup and restoration.
When it matters most. The name to remember? ServPro of Muskogee. 918-913-4490. Online at servpro.com.
There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to nissanofmuskogee.com. There's never been a better time to find a great deal on a sedan, truck, or crossover at Nissan of Muskogee. Call 918-683-6605 or go to NissanandMuskogee.com.
Proudly serving the elderly of the Muskogee community, Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center is a skilled nursing facility empowering better living through long-term care as well as many other respite care options. And coming soon to Broadway, the Memory Care Unit. At Broadway Care Rehabilitation, the amazing therapy department can help you or your loved one get back on their feet. Contracted with most major insurances, follow them on Facebook and see many of the enriching activities offered to the residents. Broadway Care Rehabilitation Center, proud to support the Muskogee Roughers.
Have you been injured as the result of a car accident? Has your family been impacted by the death of a loved one caused by someone else's negligence? Whatever you're dealing with, you don't have to face it alone. At 222 Injury Lawyers, our dedicated personal injury attorneys are here to fight for the justice and compensation you deserve. Call 918-528-0222.
In times of need, it's comforting to see faces of people you know and trust. Cornerstone Funeral Home in Muskogee cherishes the opportunity to be there for you and your family in life's most challenging times when friends are most important. Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. Experience the difference. Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York in Muskogee, where you'll find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Stadium to the Muskogee Rougher football postgame show here on Rougher TV and on Loki Country 101.7 tonight for celebration for head coach Dale Condon and his Roughers, giving the Hall of Fame coach win number 1 in his career as the Muskogee Rougher head football coach, and for Muskogee win number 1 on the season. They do it in convincing fashion with the 55 to 28.
28, right?
Was the, or 29, 55-29, because that last 2-point conversion. 55-29, right. The final score tonight, but Muskogee pretty much having their way of executing offensively and defensively throughout the night. It all got started on the game's first action on the kick to Nunu James, and he picks it up on the bounce at full speed, got to the boundary and showed his quick feet, dancing his way 80 yards for the opening kickoff return, and the extra point was 7-0. Rougher squandered one chance to score and then another after a pass interception, but then with Ponca City having the ball deep in Rougher territory still there in the first quarter on a 1st and 10 from the 12, Muskogee's defense says we're not going to give up that easy. They forced a 27-yard field goal that went wide to the right, and from that point, the Muskogee Roughers took control, going 80 yards on the drive, using up about 4 minutes of action. An 80-yard drive for the touchdown, a 13-yard scoring toss from Delgado to Jamie Beasley. And then the Roughers would add even more to it and go to the halftime dressing room up 35-7. And after Ponca scored on its first possession of the third, the Roughers answered the call, putting together an 8-play drive as Avon Goodland got the catch from Cason Delgado on a 19-yard scoring toss. It was 42-14. The teams continued to trade scores throughout the balance of the contest, and the Roughers get the win 55-29 tonight here at Sullins Stadium to give Muskogee a win number 1 in district play. And Nick, that's all you can ask for, and even better, they get the plus 15-point total in the district chase.
And Dale Condon gets his first win as a Rougher head coach, so congratulations to him.
Well, indeed, a solid offensive performance matched by a good defensive effort as well. Nick, let's take a look at those post-game stats before we take our final timeout and come back and name the Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game. Numbers for the Roughers, very convincing and very dominating.
Roughers had 14 first downs on the night, 22 rushes for 144 yards, 20 of 25 passing tonight for Delgado, 3 touchdowns and an interception, 298 yards through the air. So the Roughers with 442 yards of total offense, didn't have any fumbles, had 11 penalties in the game. That's a little more than I'm sure Condit would like to see. 11 penalties for 87 yards. Chaplin, the leading ball carrier tonight for Muskogee, 13 carries for 72 yards. Nunu James, the leading receiver, with 5 receptions for 92 yards. For the Wildcats of Ponca City, they had 18 first downs, 37 rushes for 82 yards, They had 241 yards passing there in the second half, trying to play from behind. 22 of 30 passing, so Burton doing a good job of passing the ball, getting a good high percentage. 323 yards of total offense tonight for the Wildcats. 4 penalties for 41 yards. Big Goose, the leading ball carrier, 6 carries for 21 yards. And Trepton, who had a big second half, 7 receptions for 128 yards.
Final score 55-29. Ruffers with the win go to 1-0 in league play. We'll come back to wrap things up tonight from Sullins Stadium. We'll name our Buffalo Wild Wings players of the game. And there are several people that are well worth deserving credit. We'll select who will receive this week's award, but we'll do that after this 1-minute timeout here on Rougher Football 2025.
This land was a tapestry of Indian nations and tiny towns that grew into great cities. Bank First is loyal to the shared mission of growth and success that built Oklahoma. That's why in more than 50 communities statewide, our banks are run by local leaders who stick together and work hard to continue unlocking Oklahoma's great promise. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
A super time to buy September savings at J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. Buy a new Silverado 1500, take $10,000 off MSRP. Shop over 60 used from $16,965. September savings top the list. Don't overpay. Come see Jay. New Silverado, $10,000 off. Over 60 used from $16,965. At J. Hodge Chevrolet in Muskogee. 144 West Shawnee.
Football 2025, Bill Huddleston, Nick Hampton, and our Rougher TV crew doing an outstanding job bringing you the sights and the sounds of tonight's contest. And Nick Hampton, as we get ready to name this week's Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game, I think there are a lot of accolades that will be passed out by the coaching staff in their weekly awards because this was a good team effort.
Nunu James is one of those guys you think about. He had the touchdown kickoff return to open the football game for a touchdown to kind of get things started. Had a couple of touchdown receptions tonight, so big game for Nunu. Of course, Kaysen Delgado with a great game tonight. Over 200 yards passing, almost 300 yards passing. Had a fine game, and I think really established himself now as the guy at the quarterbacking spot.
I think you also got to give accolades to that offensive line because for the most part tonight, Delgado was able to stand in the pocket and not have a whole lot of pressure in his face despite that 3-3 odd stack that does create some challenges to the normal blocking assignments for the offensive lineman. But the personnel changes up front, especially on that right side of the offensive front at guard and tackle with new players in there tonight, obviously doing their job. And then what about the defense? I mean, a couple of times challenged deep and turned the Cats away empty-handed. I mean, overall, like I said, I think a very solid team effort tonight.
I think so, yeah. I don't think maybe the defense, to me, wasn't quite as solid as it. I mean, even though we lost those first 3 games, I thought we played maybe a little better defensively in some aspects. I thought we gave up a few too many yards in the passing game in that second half a little bit, but otherwise pretty good, solid performance. They really shut down the running game.
Indeed they did, and they forced the Cats to have to go to the air. The Ruffers get win number 1 for head coach Dale Condit, who will feel a little bit better come Saturday morning, although he's never going to be satisfied until he's won them all. But the Ruffers do get the victory tonight for win number 1 in the 2025 campaign, and we'll go back home next Friday night for homecoming. And it should be mentioned that the Ruffers need a full house at Ruffer Village to celebrate not only the homecoming and the naming of the king and queen, but also to welcome back this Ruffer football team after a big win here tonight.
Absolutely. So that'll be next Friday night at Ruffer Village against the Putnam City West Patriots.
Okay, so we've mentioned a lot of different individuals, and we called a lot of different players tonight, both offensively and defense. Don't forget Kyron Cope had that scoop and score as well, but that was created by some defensive pressure from his teammates as well. But I think all in all, you and I would agree tonight that with the question still remaining coming into this contest as who could be the signal caller that would lead the Ruffers to victory, I think we saw, for the most part, a calm and collected and a well-focused effort from the junior quarterback, Kaysen Delgado.
And I think you think back, too, to kind of the struggles he had in that first game against Tulsa, Washington, and has really bounced back and really kind of established himself, like you said. And I would agree. He had a great game tonight, almost 300 yards passing tonight.
And 3 touchdown tosses to go along with it. Casey Delgado, this week's Buffalo Wild Wings player of the game. Now, don't forget, next Friday night at Rufford Village, 7 o'clock kickoff. Ruffers on homecoming night will welcome in the Patriots of Putnam City West. We hope to see you there. If you can't be there, of course, join us here on Rufford TV and as well as on Okie Country 101.7 KTFX. Tuesday night coaches show ought to be a lot of fun from Runt's Barbecue with the Rufford coaching staff after win number 1 on the season and preparing to look for win number 2 and maintain their top spot on top of the standings in district play. But that's a week from now. But until then, Ruffers with the win tonight here in Ponca City. Well, get on the big bus and head back down the turnpike, all smiles. And just like in defeat, it's even more sweet in victory. It's another great night and another great day to be a Muskogee Ruffer.